Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Shake it, but keep pointing out all the lies. Putting the scripture right in your eyes. The Bible guy. He reads Hebrew and Greek and shows you that your book's not unique. The Bible guy. He turns through the pages until every Christian rages. The Bible guy. Watch one time and you're hooked. Now let's watch why the Christians get cooked. The Bible guy.
Guys, like, I totally said that I wasn't going to like go live until 3, but I got so excited I arrived early. Don't worry, guys. I'll make sure to wait a little bit longer next time. Just got too excited because I like y'all so much. But anyways, here we are. Everyone, make sure you tap the screen, share the live with those you love, with those you hate, with your friends and with your enemies. Let's get the word out there and let's have some interesting conversations. I mean, I guess some of you are right. It's 3 somewhere, technically. So a Bible guy is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to. So here we are. Well, I came hell up. Nope, not. Never mind. Not gonna say that. Dalton's hair grew back so fast. No, it didn't. I still got my hair cut. What are you guys talking about? Yeah, you caught me on that one. I thought I could stop myself, but brain just anyways. Everyone, if you're a Christian out there, come on up. Let's have a conversation about why I, the Bible guy, should be a Christian. Maybe you can heal me of my depraved gutter mind and make me a creamy Christian again. Wait, no, make me a clean Christian again. That's how it goes. How's everyone doing today? Hello, Dunkanites. Good to see you all here. A great time to eat my capocolo. What's capocolo, or is it capocollo? Guys, I also weighed myself for the first time since last year. Last year I weighed myself. Me and my dad got on the scale and we were comparing weight or whatever. And he weighed less than me, the old man did. And I weighed about 250 pounds at the time, which I was not very happy about. Goes to show that I weighed myself again yesterday, for the first time since then, and I was at 225 pounds. Yeah, I love that for me. But my goal is 180. That's the goal. And I got I have this thing called I don't know if you guys know, an Oculus Quest. Y'all know what an Oculus Quest is? It's basically a VR gaming system. Put it on your head, you get the sticks and stuff like that. And I got a subscription to something called Fit XR, $10 a month. And guys, fuck it really does. It really does work you out. I had to take a shower right before this live just so I could sit here and not leave my ass print on this leather chair, because no thank you. Yay, play mini golf with me? Absolute. On what? On what app? Lifting weights will also do wonders for you. I also got myself a dumbbell. So there's that. Beat Saber is fun too. I love Beat Saber Velvet Worm. We can play that together. I was just playing it today. We have here Antony, and I'm just calling you Ant. Ant, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation at hand. Question number 1: are you at least 18 years old?
Yeah, 29.
All right, and what pronouns do you go by?
I'm a man.
Well, that's not a pronoun.
There's only 2 genders, male and female. I'm a male.
I didn't ask about sex or gender. I asked about what pronouns do you go by.
English, bruv. Male or female? A male. There's no pronouns.
None of those words are pronouns that you just gave me.
Yeah, because I'm not mentally institutionalized, bruv. It's either male or female. There's no
Wait,
pronouns.
people who use like words within the English grammar should be institutionalized. So wait, should God be institutionalized? Because God uses pronouns in the Bible.
So what's your pronoun?
He, him.
Well, so you're not gay or nothing.
Maybe a little bit, a little fruity, but you know.
That's only gave you pushback.
Well, anyways.
Yeah.
So what pronouns do you go
I'm
by,
heterosexual,
buddy?
bruv. But if you want to go by him as a straight man, I'm him.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. We got there eventually. It just took us about a minute. Anyways, and are you a Christian?
Yes.
All right. So shocker. All right. And why should I be a Christian?
Wait, what religion are you?
I'm not any religion.
Oh, you're an atheist.
Yeah. So why should I be a Christian?
Oh, nah, I ain't gonna argue with you, bruv. Nah. If you're an atheist, I'll back you up. Sorry, bruv.
Oh, he's got bad arguments for Christianity, I guess.
Nah, bruv. Do you know what? Me personally, I'm baptized. Yeah, but me personally, is there a God?
I'm not convinced that there is a God.
No, my bruv. Listen, bruv. When you get all these children,
right, so you're an atheist? You're an atheist?
This. All right, with me, bruv. Yeah.
Then why are you so against English grammar?
I'm not against English grammar. I just don't believe it. I just don't believe in people like what you identify as.
I had to fight you for a whole minute to get you to tell me whether or not what your pronouns were.
Because I don't believe in all these pronouns, bruv. Like I identify as a transgender.
Okay, wait. If you okay, I'm gonna ask you a question. If someone was driving down the street and they're behind the wheel and they look at you and they go, "I don't believe in driving," what would you think about that person?
Yeah, you got a point. You got a point. You got a point.
But so you do use pronouns when you talk to people.
Okay, if you want to say it that way, yes, I agree with you. But if you want to say I'm a white man trapped in a black man's body with a woman's parts,
no one makes that claim.
Yes, but when you say pronouns
are about
all this stuff. All this pronouns have only come out since Sam Smith. Since Sam Smith started all this fucking identify as a bloody tree.
No, but we got pronouns in the Bible. So pronouns have been around for a long time.
Oh, so you believe in the Bible?
No, but I believe in grammar.
Where are you from? America?
Yeah. I know the education system is pretty bad here, but even where I'm from, we studied like pronouns and stuff like that in school.
So, all right. So talking about pronouns, but there's different types of pronouns. So, can I say I've had a penis enlargement? So I can identify as a black guy.
Yeah, there's first person pronouns and there's third person pronouns. Like I is a first person pronoun. He is a third person pronoun. So yes, there are different types of pronouns in the English language.
In 2026, would you say identify as X, Y, and Z is classed as pronouns?
Pronouns are just words that we use to replace nouns in sentences in order to avoid repetition. And they usually reflect one's gender identity.
So when people say my pronouns are they and them, would you count that as pronouns?
Yeah, they and them are pronouns in the English language. And we've used them for singular individuals since the 1300s. They don't like education, guys. They don't like education. The guy said he was an atheist, so there's really no excuse for him to be so like behind on the times and for him to not understanding how grammar works. You know, as my friend Equality likes to say, it's either Christianity or grammar, but you can't have both, apparently. God is a hypothetical, unverified concept. I agree. Howdy, David.
Howdy, Dalton. I had a question about Psalm 82.
All right.
Is Asaph the author, or is it just attributed to him, or like a guild attributed to him?
Let me take a look at the original Hebrew, because oftentimes in these instances, Let's see. What it actually says at the beginning is Mizmor La Asaf. So a psalm, and then it says La Asaf, and Asaf is Asaph. But La, the preposition there, can either mean to, for, about, or concerning.
So he's not the author.
Oh no, not as far as we can tell. It seems like the psalm could have been either written for him, about him, or concerning him, but it's not written by him. When it says like a psalm of Asaph, that can be misunderstood to mean a psalm by Asaph, but it's like saying a song. If I wrote to you a song of lamentation, lamentation doesn't write the psalm. It's just that the psalm is about lamentation.
Okay. Why would they attribute it to a musician in David's court?
Sometimes they do. Sometimes the psalm begins with a psalm for David, for the chief musician. So it's like supposed to be, it was written for the chief musician, but it never, the books of the Bible hardly ever identify the author. We don't really get authorial identification until the New Testament.
Okay. All right. Well, that cleared up all of my questions about Psalm. So thanks, Dalton. Have a good show.
You too, bud. Cannabinoids. I sent 100 comments to your live. Hell yeah. There you go. Cannabinoid. Love that. And Ashley says repost, share, and send a popular. I 100% agree. Do all three of those things, everyone. We'll get us up to 10K, and we'll get to the algorithm. I'm laughing because of this comment here. At Brian
back with the $2. Bruv, you're brothering, bruv, right, bruv.
It's like when people repeatedly say bro over and over again. It's like, I don't have anything of substance to say, so let me insert this filler word here. You might as well use the word like a lot. Like totally, dude. I like totally like think that pronouns are like totally gay. That's what Christians sound like. Remember the Swahili greeting I taught you? Remind me again, bruv. What is it? If I say it enough times in a day, I will, if I say it enough streams, it'll commit it to memory. Nico Fiti, that's right. Nico Fiti Sana was it. What's Sana mean? You said last time just Nico Fiti. Now it's Nico Fiti Sana. Sana what? Sana man up to the sky. Lift your spirit, set it free. One day you'll walk tall with pride. Sana man, a man in time you'll be. Sana is good. Okay, Nico Fiti Sana. I am thinking about learning another language pretty soon. I've got lifetime access to Rosetta Stone, and there are a couple different languages on there. That I could possibly learn. Let's see the language options it gives me. Let's see. One day you'll walk tall with oh, it's gonna be stuck in my head now. Learn Japanese, my dude. I opened up the first lesson and like I mentally dipped out. Couldn't even read it. Try Hebrew. Modern Hebrew. It's not different enough from anything I've already learned. So the languages on option for me are Spanish, Latin America, English, American specifically, French, Italian, German, Arabic, Chinese, Mandarin specifically, Dutch, English, British. So I don't know. I'll think if I took that, I'd probably ace that one. I just learned about fish and chips, mate. Filipino, Tagalog, Greek, Hebrew, Hindi, Irish, Japanese, Korean, Persian, also known as Farsi. Someone wants me to read from the pedophile book called the Quran. Oh, we'll get to that in a second. We'll read the pedophile book in just a second. Polish, Portuguese, Brazil, Russian, Spanish from Spain, Swedish, Turkish, and Vietnamese. And these are the options available to me. Now, let's see what the pedophile book has for us. Someone wanted me to read from it. Let's see. Quran. What was that for? 157? Let's see. Here, let me get my super serious voice so I can read the Quran with the respect that it is deserved. Let's see.
And for their saying, we have killed the Messiah, Jesus, son of Mary, the messenger of God. In fact, they did not kill him, nor did they crucify him, but it appeared to them as if they did. Indeed, those who differ about him are in doubt about it. They have no knowledge of it, except the following of assumptions. Certainly, they did not kill him.
Well, I mean, that's a nifty little claim from the pedophile scriptures that it only looked like Jesus got crucified, but I'm not inclined to believe that. Quran should be read in the Herbert voice from Family Guy. Oh boy. Thus saith Muhammad. Bible Guy, hello, my friend. Hello, Finn Trophy. Good to see you here. Russian is also a good one. What's a Russian word that I know? I used to know at least one Russian phrase. I like sober Dalton much better. I was having a not so great day that day, and we're back and we're sober. Anyways, no more about that. Suka Baliat. These are Russian phrases I'm being shared right now. I am doing so good, Apo. I had Japanese, Hindi, and Punjabi co-workers in a work study program. Learned so much about their cultures. Love that. Vietnamese is a good language to learn. Hello, glad you're having a better day. Mostly, I just learned about how to say I don't know in Russian. Okay, we got here RC. RC, you're at least 18. You go by he, him, and you're a Christian. I remember you. So why should I be a Christian, RC?
You're not going to be an asshole today?
We'll see.
Okay, we'll see. It's better than believing you have an evolved monkey brain.
Why?
Because we have morality. We don't just act off of impulse and instinct.
So do apes.
What's wrong
other
with
apes?
that?
Other apes have moral systems as well.
They act off of impulse.
No, they have moral systems. Like they care for their sick, and when one of the apes does something wrong in the group, they put out justice out there. But anyways, I don't care about whether or not
it's the continuation of the species. It's not a moral thing.
Well, that's all morality is. Anyways, so like I don't care whether or not you think like Christianity gives you the feel goods or not. I care about whether or not it's true, like objectively true within reality. So as far as I can tell, it's objectively true that I have an ape brain. I have no reason to think that Jeebus Crispy is the Messiah.
Okay. So you don't believe testimonies are a good point of evidence?
No, not always. Especially if they have magic as part of the testimony. And also, we don't have any first person.
And she gives her testimony that she was raped. That's not a good point of evidence.
Is that magical?
No, it's evidence of testimony being an accurate point of evidence.
Funny, because I remember saying to you distinctly, not if it has magic in it. And then you went on to give me an example that didn't have magic in it. So not what I gave the example of. Also, we don't have any first person testimony to anything Jesus said or did.
Nor do we of Aristotle. But that's not how history was passed down. It was passed down orally.
Is there magical claims in
first-person accounts for the vast majority of historical.
Are there any magical claims in Aristotle's work?
No, there were no magical claims in Aristotle's work.
Seems to be the big difference here. Can you prove that magic is real?
No, and I don't believe it's magic.
Well, it is
Can you
magic.
prove that life can come from inorganic material like abiogenesis claims?
That's the only that's the default position. Until you can prove that magic is real and the supernatural exists, then the only thing that we have evidence for being real is the nature, and therefore the origin of life could only be nature. Supernaturalism isn't even.
You can't
it's not
prove
even.
it, but
It's
you
not even
believe
on
it.
the It's the default position. There's no other way for life to come from.
It's a default position.
You would
that
agree?
life has to come from
Would you agree
inorganic
with me?
material.
Would you agree
you
with
can't
me
prove
that
it, though.
would you agree with me that there was a time in the universe's history where there wasn't life?
Wait, I can't prove my claim, and you can't prove your claim.
RC,
so we both have a belief.
RC. Oh no, RC, they're not even remotely the same. RC, answer the question.
So prove
Was
that
there
life
a
can come from
time in
inorganic
the universe's
material.
history
That's what I
where
thought.
there wasn't life?
This is belief versus belief. We can
Wow, I
continue.
didn't. That's not an answer to my question. I'll just keep asking you until you answer the question. Was there a point in the universe's history where there wasn't life?
I don't believe that to be the case. No.
That's not even true in your own fucking Bible. There was a
God
time
is
when
alive.
there wasn't.
God's always existed.
Wait,
So,
God
no,
does,
I don't believe
does
that to
God?
be true.
In what way is God alive? Does he
He
metabolize?
He can,
Really?
but he's a mind. It's a thinking mind. It's a
He
life.
he metabolizes, like he has to eat to take in energy, and he metabolizes.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
No, not
had to
Jesus,
eat.
not Jesus. God the Father in the
We
Old
believe
Testament.
Jesus Christ is God.
My God, RC is as brain dead as they come, aren't they?
We believe Jesus
fun
is
fact,
God.
Jesus did not exist until 2,000 years ago, prior to the incarnation. Even in your theology, maybe
We don't
you need
believe
to go
that's
back
true either.
maybe you need to go back to Sunday school, buddy. But prior to the incarnation, God doesn't have a body.
Why do you keep muting me? Jesus wrestled with Jacob. That's in the Old Testament.
Did
Jesus
he have a physical
manifested.
body? Was he incarnate
Yes,
before the
wrestling with-
incarnation?
Wrestling with
Also,
Jacob.
that's not
Yes.
Jesus. Also, that's not Jesus.
Who is it?
It's just an angel.
No, it's not just an angel. It's the Lord. He wrestled with God. He wrestled with the Lord. We believe Jesus Christ
wrestled
is
with
God.
an angel.
Okay. You don't even
Okay.
know it. You have.
Anyways,
You claim-
so there was a time
The
in
Bible guy
the
doesn't
universe's
even-
history where
are
life
you
didn't
muting me?
exist. Because I'm talking
Why are you
over you
muting me?
because you're caught talking while I'm talking. Anyways, I'll just turn down my mic so I can't hear you. Anyways, so there was a time in Earth's history where there wasn't any life. We do have life right now. So something had to change from life, non-life to life. We have evidence that nature exists. We don't have any evidence of the supernature. So the only viable explanation that's even like, if there's a party where all the explanations for the origin of life get invited to, God doesn't get invited to the party because you still haven't demonstrated that God exists. And if you leave the screen, I won't be able to hear you, buddy.
I'm waiting for your monologue to be over.
Oh, you can respond now. Can you give me a good reason why I should be a Christian?
Well, you're asking me a question. So yeah, there was not always life on Earth.
Mm-hmm. And then
Earth
there
had
was.
existed, and then there was. So you could either believe in abiogenesis, that life can come from inorganic material absent the
Yep.
mind, or you can
Yep.
believe in creation, that life can come from inorganic material
So
with the
naturalism
mind.
versus.
They're actually both the same.
So naturalism
So you
versus
keep muting me.
magic. So naturalism versus magic is the option I'm presented with. Can you provide me with any evidence that the supernature exists?
You can't prove your claim, neither can I prove
Can
mine.
you?
So it's belief versus belief.
No, I can. I can prove that
Belief
nature
versus
exists.
belief.
No, it's not. It's not remotely the same. I can prove nature exists. Can you prove that the supernature
You
exists?
can prove life can come from inorganic material.
That's not what I said, RC. Keep
That's
up. Keep up.
That's
Keep
your
up, buddy.
belief.
Keep
So
up.
prove it.
Keep up. No.
So stop
it's the
pretending like you
it's-
can
It's
prove-
the default. It's the default position until you can prove that supernatural exists.
You keep muting me and talking over me because the conversation.
Provide evidence of the supernatural.
Provide evidence of the other side. You can't.
Of nature. Okay, watch. There we go. Evidence of nature. Done.
No,
Provide
evidence
of the
that life can come
supernature.
from inorganic material.
RC, you're not
And that's
tracking
when
the
you leave me.
you're not tracking the conversation, buddy.
You're
Like
not-
if here, RC, if the supernatural doesn't exist, what are we left with? I know I'm punching down at this point, guys, but we got no one else in the box. So I'm just gonna keep talking to this I don't like using the word low tier, but it's the only word I can think of to describe this person. So, what if the supernatural doesn't exist? What are we left with, RC?
Well, it does exist. I don't believe it doesn't.
Okay,
so.
prove it does. Prove it does.
I can't prove mine. You can't prove yours. It's
I can
belief
prove that
versus
nature.
belief.
RC. Yes or no? Can I, Bible guy, prove that nature exists?
Can you prove life comes from inorganic material?
That's
Can you
the
prove
default
that?
position. That's the default position. If there's no supernatural,
So you can't prove it. That's fine.
yeah, I can
Prove that there's no
because-
supernatural. Prove that there's no supernatural.
Oh no, but that's not how. Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this child doesn't know how the burden of proof works. Like I don't believe in the supernatural. I'm not making the definitive claim that there is no supernatural. Only that I lack a belief in the supernatural because it's never been demonstrated to me. I do believe in nature though, because it has been demonstrated to me. You can't prove a negative, buddy. So can you prove that?
Okay.
I can prove
And
that
I
nature
lack
exists.
the belief that
You lack a belief that nature exists.
and I lack the belief that life can come from.
Well,
Bro,
we got
fuck
another.
you. You just-
Well, anyways, we got someone better who's probably going to be a better interlocutor than RC. RC is got the brain of a 5-year-old, so hopefully Mark here will be better than RC. RC, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then I'm sorry, Mark, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Are you at least 18?
Yes.
Question number 2: what pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
And are you a Christian?
Yes.
All right. Why should I be a Christian, Mark?
Because if you're not, you have no justification for reality.
I don't need to justify reality. It's right there in front of my face. It's evident.
So reality just exists because it exists.
Yeah. I don't have any reason to think that it could not exist.
I think that's just a subpar explanation on why on reality.
I mean, I know that reality exists. I don't have any reason to think it couldn't exist. Therefore, it would seem that reality just is.
So do you appeal to like naturalism or materialism?
Not material. I won't matter. Material, physicalism. I'm a physicalist, not a materialist. But like, I mean, I appeal to that which has been demonstrated to me to exist, which is nature.
Okay. You believe that truth exists, right? That's not material.
No, truth isn't a thing that exists. Like true statements exist. Truth means that which comports to reality. So statements have a truth value to them, but truth isn't like truth itself doesn't have like some sort of ontology or anything like that.
Right, but you just deny its existence while making a truth claim.
No, I said
But you
truth
can't
doesn't
separate
exist.
the two.
No, truth doesn't exist as some sort of ontological, like abstract object. Their true statements exist. Like if a statement I make, like for example, I make a statement, I'm holding a Dr. Pepper can. That's not a true statement because that statement doesn't comport with reality. I'm holding an earbud case. That is a true statement because it comports to reality. Truth just simply means a statement which comports to reality, but it doesn't have like ontology.
Yeah, I don't know how that follows because you can't divorce the two. You can't
I
just say
just
a
did.
statement and not have.
Like my statement exists, right? My statement
Right,
exists,
it's
and my
incoherent.
state. Well, no, it doesn't. It's not incoherent if you speak English. Like I used English words in a particular order that was able to convey an idea to my audience, so it wasn't incoherent. So that's also just not a true statement. What you just made.
Well, you're saying something. You can make statements that have
Yep.
truth value, but truth doesn't exist. I'm
Truth
kind of
do-
like confused.
Truth doesn't exist as its own separate, independent, like abstract object. Like truth is a description.
so-
It's not an object. Like I can't put truth in a bottle and then sell it. I can make statements that comport with reality. And in the English language, we call that a true statement.
Okay, so is it true that contradictions are not possible?
As far as I can tell, I've never been given any demonstration that contradictions could exist.
Does anybody need to be alive? If all humans deleted right now, would contradictions then be possible?
Not that I'm aware of. I don't have any. I've never been given a good argument to suggest that if human minds suddenly disappeared, that suddenly contradictions could be true. That's just not how the universe seems to function.
So then it's not descriptive and it's not dependent on human minds, this truth.
The universe is not dependent on human minds.
Right, so truth can exist without any statements being made about it. So it's
true statements can't exist if there's no one to make a statement. Like
Right,
I can
but
say I
like
can
I
say
s-
I can say that the moon is white, and that's a true statement. Now, statements are true, but statements are made by individuals that can speak. So if there are no humans and no one around to be able to speak, then true statements can't be made. You could say that the proposition the moon is white is true, but that's because you're saying it. You're a person making a statement, and that statement is true.
No, but I'm saying if all humans deleted, it would still be true. Therefore, the statement is irrelevant to
The statement would be
the
true,
reality.
but statements can't be made independent of like speakers.
Basically, what you're saying is that just because no one's here to say the moon is white, then the moon is not white. It doesn't make the moon white.
I didn't make that. I didn't say that at all. That was an untrue statement what you just made, because your statement did not comport with reality. I said that the moon would be white, but there would be no one around to make a true statement about it.
Okay, and what's your justification for that? If no one's there and all you rely on is a description,
the moon is white.
If all you rely on is
because of the shade of the shades of the rock and the way that light bounces off of objects. That's why the moon would be white.
I don't think you're following. If no one's there to make a description, how do you justify that the moon is still white?
You can't justify something if you're not there to justify it.
All right, so then the moon could be purple then in your worldview.
Nope, didn't say that either.
But you can't justify it, so
man,
these
Phil bros are so bad at philosophy. It's crazy that even someone like me can absolutely just dunk on them. Is crazy. So no,
you have no justification that the moon is white.
Would it be a true statement to say that if human beings weren't around, the moon would still be white? That's a true statement. It's a statement that I make that comports to reality.
But if no one's there to say it, then the moon could be purple, right?
Nope. I have no good reason to think that the moon would suddenly change colors if human beings weren't witnessing it.
Then what's your justification if there are no humans there?
I know, guys. He's just like, he's kind of like broken, and he's just having to repeat himself because I've gotten him off the script. What was the question? Because I wasn't listening. I wasn't listening to your bullshit. What was that saying?
If you have no humans alive, then what's to say that the moon is white? Then you have no justification that the moon is still white if all humans deleted right now.
I guess there would be no one to witness it, so I guess I wouldn't know. But as far as I can tell, as far as I can tell, the laws of nature are not dependent on human brains. So like, I have no reason to think that light would suddenly work differently, and that the moon would somehow now look purple instead of white.
The laws of nature. So things like logic are part of
logic is just
humans.
Logic is just a system that we use to describe the way the universe works.
Well, the first law of logic is law of identity, right? So we could say that the moon is there.
It's describing something in the universe.
Okay, but there's no humans there to say it. So that's the point.
Then the law of logic wouldn't exist if humans weren't around, but like that an object would be distinct from other objects would still be true, I suppose. But like the laws of logic, it's kind of like it's like the law of gravity. Gravity is going to function the same way, independent of whether or not you're observing it or not. But what we call the law of gravity is just the description that we have given to a natural phenomenon that we're observing. In the same way, like the laws of logic are just descriptions of the universe as we have observed it. Is this really going to be your best argument for why I should be a Christian? It's not very convincing.
You have no justification for reality. It's kind of brutal.
I don't need to justify reality. It just exists.
Yeah,
you give me no good reason why I should, because of the way that light works. Because of the way because of the way light works, we understand from physics how color works. Don't need a god to understand how light bounces off of objects. I'm getting people here, guys. I will do a little poll. I'll let you guys decide if we do the Philbro timer. I mean, this guy is hardly a Philbro. They're just kind of on repeat at this point.
I'll just take it as a concession, bro. God bless you.
It's not. You can run away if you want. Yeah, they did. Here, let me get the guys. They suck ass, don't they? Philbros don't seem to understand the way that like the world works. They just got like learned really bad. Where do they learn this stuff from? Does Darth Dawkins have some sort of like presuppositionalist academy that he's running online where they're receiving all these shit arguments? It's so funny. All them. Thanks. Obviously. Let's see. Jordan Pooperson. Yep, that was Mark's basically his nickname for sure.
And Carissa Whelan with the 20 Bible Guide gift memberships. W. Carissa for the double Bible Guide gift memberships.
You're the MVP, Carissa. I'll just take it as a concession as I run away. Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. Fail broism is failing. Yep. Dawkins has a precept church camp. Maybe that's where they're learning all these shit arguments. They all hang out in the same Discord run by Jay Dyer. I think that's his name. It's embarrassing. That also makes sense. You can't premise one God into existence. That is true. Yeah. Anyways, so hopefully we'll get a Christian who can come up and give us a coherent argument for why I should be a Christian. So far, it's 0 for 2 at this point. Imagine going to camp and your counselor is Darth Dawkins. Oh my God. How are you ever supposed to get laid under the bleachers with Darth Dawkins as your camp counselor? You know? The God hypothesis is outdated. I agree. We're no longer primitive, like ancient peoples who need gods to like give us meaning or understanding of the universe, as far as I can tell. If God was obvious, then you wouldn't need philosophy. It's funny how in all other areas of my life, I don't need all this philosophy jargon to know about things. Only for God, it would seem. Why do I have to jump through so many fucking hoops just to get to a knowledge of God? It's crazy. Big John Steele would tell you why. I don't know who that is. I know who Big John is from Robin Hood. I went to Bible camp. They withheld food from me until I learned a Bible verse. Well, that sounds accurate too. Nikki says, you don't have to be a Christian. That's your choice. Why argue? Actually, Nikki, incorrect. It's not my choice because we don't choose what we believe. We're either convinced that something is true, in which case we won't believe, or we're not convinced, in which case we won't believe. But becoming a Christian is not really a choice. It's the natural repercussion of being convinced that Christianity is true. Get someone to take one for the team and debate Darth Dudukins so everyone else can get it in under the bleachers. I would, but the motherfucker has got me blocked. He blocked me. I can't debate him even if I wanted to. Because for Christians, word never means words. Yeah. Nikki, again, with the huge L on the comment section saying, it is your choice. Why argue if you don't believe in God? That's you. Wait a minute. let me rephrase what Nikki here is saying. First off, they made the false statement that it is a choice. Beliefs aren't choices. But Nikki, you can prove me wrong by coming up here and choosing to believe that you're on fire and receiving third-degree burns. Secondly, why argue if you don't believe in God? Nikki, if I believed in God, I wouldn't need to argue. The only people who this is the stupidest thing that Christians say to me all the time. Why argue if you don't believe? I argue because I don't believe. If I believed, I wouldn't need to fucking argue. just the most brain dead comments from these Christians. They've never really, they type and they don't think about the things that they type. They just type it away and they just hit send. Did you choose to walk away from Christianity? No, I became unconvinced that Christianity was true. So I, like, by default just fell out of it. I don't need to argue I believe in God because you know he's real. I don't know he's real, Nikki. In fact, as far as I'm concerned, he doesn't exist. God is good? No, Nikki, would you like to come up and defend that? Because as far as I can tell, a God who, like, makes innocent women get raped and says that you can own slaves and is a misogynist, I would say that is not a good God. Most of us left Christianity reluctantly. Absolutely, Lathe. You made a choice. I did not make a choice. Listen, Christians, you Christians could absolutely prove me wrong 100% that beliefs are choices if you come up here and then you actively begin to choose to believe that you are on fire and receiving third-degree burns. Do that, and you will absolutely prove me wrong. But you can't, because beliefs aren't choices.
The other super chat here. I should fix the super. Sorry about cough. Wait a minute. There we go. At ampersand with the 5 New Zealand, I guess it is New Zealand dollars. Please, could you one day debate John Steele apologetics? I gave it a go one day, but he pulled the debate in a direction I wasn't prepared for.
Yeah, you know, if I don't know who this person is, but you know, if I run across their live and I see a debate topic that I can debate them on, sure. I've dubbed into a little bit of off live debating recently. I don't see why not. Christians choose to believe you. Wait a minute. Christians choose to believe you are an atheist and show it by blaspheming the Holy Spirit. Wait, what? Christians choose to believe you're an atheist and show it by blaspheming the Holy Spirit. I don't understand what that means.
Hey, Dalton, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, bud. It's a wonderful Saturday. I got to go on live earlier on my favorite TikTokers live, and now I'm here talking to all you fine folks, all 169 of you on the YouTube. I mean on TikTok, and how many of you on YouTube right now? Analytics should tell me, or is it viewer activity? That's what it probably is. Well, I don't know how to tell how many of you are watching on YouTube, but I love all of you. Anyways, 203 of you. Fantastic. So 300, all 370 of you. Love you guys. Well, maybe not the Christians, but you know, it is what it is. And speaking of which, I got
a super chat here from NB with the $2. I hate John Steele so much. I love Yahweh though. We
know you love Yahweh, NB. I'll have to check this John Steele person out on YouTube. Do they have a YouTube? Johnny?
I'm sorry?
Does John still have a YouTube?
I think so. If that's who I think it is, yeah, I'm pretty sure he has a YouTube. I've heard that name. I don't really know who that is, but I've heard that name floating around.
Nora says, comment was addressing Christians, asking them to try to choose not to believe to prove it's a choice. Oh, right. Got you. I got you. Yeah, I think this is Deconstructed coming up here to explain the comment that we didn't understand. Hello, Deconstructed. You are at least 18 and your pronouns are and obviously deconstructed, so you're probably an atheist. Yes. So yes, what was the meaning of the comment?
What I was saying was, if they believe that belief is a choice, I want them to choose to believe they're an atheist and show us that they really believe that by blaspheming the Holy Spirit. I've asked different ones to do that, and they never will do it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's
Yeah,
what I meant. I'm sorry about the confusion.
right. And the fact that they won't do it is
Yeah.
because they can't stop believing that it's an unforgivable sin. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well said,
So
my
I just
friend.
wanted to clear that up, bro. Hey, no problem, man.
Absolutely.
Have a good one.
You too, bud.
Take care. Bye.
Let's see. Eddie says belief is an excuse for willful ignorance. It seems like it with a lot of these Christians. They are willfully ignorant. I have Christians who come up and they're willfully ignorant. They don't even want to learn new things. Just today, my gosh. So I was on Cam's live earlier today with her, and we had these Christians come up 3 in a row where they would literally say, why is it you believe X, Y, and Z? And we would say, well, we don't believe X, Y, and Z. And they'll go, okay, but why do you believe X, Y, and Z? Like, God damn.
Also, yeah, I was just checking. John Steele does have a YouTube channel. He's an apologist, right?
I guess it seems like it. Yeah.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he has a channel.
Thimond says host talks a lot without making any points. Well, Thimond, maybe dig out the earwax from your ears, open up your ears, and
Christians.
Maybe that's what they meant to say is Christians like to talk a lot without making any points. Phil bros definitely do that.
They do.
Did you change your hair? Yes, I got it cut. If that's what we mean. Benny C, thank you for the follow.
It grew back in so fast.
No, it hasn't. I don't know what y'all guys are talking about. It hasn't grown back hardly at all.
Well, maybe it's just me.
You're the second person to say that, but I know my hair. Country Trilowise says, "Hey, howdy, partner."
Hey, Crunchy. Good to see you.
Let's see. Well, all sin is equal, no, and making judgments where you shouldn't authorize is sinful, no. Well, actually, the Bible never makes the claim that all sins are equal. That is a misreading of a line from the book of James. The Bible actually seems to imply that sins have a different quality to them, and some sins are sins that lead to death, and some are sins that don't lead to death. In fact, Jesus tells Pontius Pilate that those who were handing him over to Pontius Pilate would have the greater punishment. It looks good. It just looks different from the last time I was here. Oh, yeah. Got the haircut as a way of helping me feel better about myself. Because, self-care and all that good stuff. Dalton with the fresh-ass haircut. Hey, Colette. Good to see you. The Mind, would you like to come up? Oh, I guess it's the Mind. That's what they were trying to tell me. The Mind, would you like to come up here and give me a reason why I should be a Christian? Thank you, Evidence.
You're scared, Dalton.
Evidence First is definitely a sexy cut. Thank you so much, Evidence First. I'll take that and run with it.
Everybody knows the Mind is too scared to come up here. That's okay.
Let's see. Nah, it's loud and you don't have to be a Christian. That's your choice. It's not my choice, though, the Mind. You don't understand how beliefs work. It's better cut than the private pile cut. What's private pile? Now I'm gonna have to Google this. Private.
I think he's talking about the Full Metal Jacket movie where Private Pile is not his real name, but he has he's shaved all the way.
Better than when I was bald. Gotcha.
Oh, he's saying Gomer Pyle. Okay, he's talking about something else then.
Yeah, Gomer Pyle from Full Metal Jacket. Yeah.
Great movie, by the way.
Never seen it.
Oh, yeah, I think you'd like it.
It's on my to watch list apparently. It's Cassiopeia says you simply don't have faith in Jesus. Yes, that is evident. I, as an atheist, hey, everyone. Breaking news here. The Bible guy does not have, the atheist has no faith in Jesus. At 5 o'clock, water is wet. but stick around.
It is? Wow. Such a news break. I didn't know that.
The African Gem says faith is useless against facts. Yep. Faith will always bend the knee to the facts. You will love the movie Long Time. All right. You don't believe in God either? Whoa, man, this person is just dropping so many fucking nuggets of wisdom on us. Yes, I, the atheist, also do not believe in God. That is correct. Water isn't wet and I'll die on that hill, says Seadia Alice. That's a whole ass debate I'm not willing to actually engage in. The mind says, I'm just going to call them the Mend until they come up. The Mend says, what are the facts exactly? The facts are that Christians don't have any good arguments for God. Is it a sin to tell someone they're going to hell? No. I think it's just a dick move. It's a sin in my book. You should be a Christian because you need God. You should be a Christian because you need God in your life. No, give me a good reason. I think that's true. Cassiopeia, come on up and let's have that conversation, because I don't think that God is even real. Therefore, I can't have something in my life that doesn't exist.
Yeah. Yeah, telling someone they're going to hell is just like the last. It's the last resort cope. It's like, oh well, I have no good argument, so you're going to hell.
And at ampersand with the 2 New Zealand bucks. Water isn't wet.
We got a lot of people here who seem to think that is the fact. But Cassiopeia, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation at hand. Are you at least 18?
No, yeah. I'm 38.
And what pronouns do you go by?
What?
What pronouns do you go by?
What pronouns you mean? Like,
do you go by he, him, she, her, they, them?
you see my name, like I'm a female.
So the pronouns that you go by would be?
I don't understand you. Like, what is there any
I know some females. I know some female.
I'm not trashing you.
Sure, I know some females that go by he, him. I know some females that go by they, them, and I know some females that go by she, her. So, which one of these do you go by, Cassiopeia?
I'm not a gay.
I didn't ask if you're gay. I asked what pronouns you go by.
Are you a gay?
No, I'm not gay.
Are you a gay?
I'm not gay. So, what pronouns do you go by? Wait, if you use pronouns, does that make you gay?
Like, we're talking about why should I be? I want to talk about your question.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah, well, you'll get like this question is a test to see whether or not you're smart enough or honest enough to answer my questions. So if you have to get through this question. You have to get through this question or else we don't get to talk. So what pronouns do you go by?
You have a qualification or criteria? What's this? You are not.
What pronouns do you go by? You know how like when you go to McDonald's, they say no shirt, no shoes, no service? Well, here it's you either answer my questions or you don't get to talk with me. So what pronouns?
I don't get you. Let's get into. I'm a straight person.
I didn't ask if you were straight or gay. Cassiopeia, I could not give less of a shit about your sexual orientation. I just want to know what pronouns you go by.
Why are you asking about
Cassio, the sooner you answer this question, the sooner you can bring up your point, Cassio. As soon as you answer the question, are you he, him, she, her, or they, them? The sooner you answer the question, the sooner you can get to what you want to talk about.
Cassiopeia, I am far more stubborn than you. I will not move on until you answer my question.
Because I don't understand. Let me understand what's that.
Pronouns. So I'll just help you out. I'll give you option A, option B, or option C. You pick. Do you go by A, he, him, B, she, her, or C, they, them?
Okay, B.
There we go. Jesus fucking Christ. And are you a Christian?
Yes, of course I am.
Obviously, it's either Christianity or grammar, and never both. So, Cassiopeia, why should I be a Christian?
Because you need God in your life. Because
I
you
don't think
lost
God.
your direction.
I don't. No, I didn't.
You are confused.
Wait.
Yes, you are. You're confused.
That way is north. That way is east. That way is south. And that way is west. I know my directions pretty
You
damn
said the
well.
Bible guy. You said your name is the Bible guy, but your action is the opposite.
Because he knows Bible better
No.
than Christians.
Yeah, I'm called the
If
Bible
you know
guy
the
because I know
Bible,
the
then
Bible better
you
than
would be a good
Christians,
person.
which is why I don't
Okay,
believe
tell
in
me
the
about the Bible
Bible.
then.
It's bullshit. That's why I
So
don't believe in it.
So what do you believe? Because maybe there are things that the Bible says it's against your idea.
No,
Or
there are things in the Bible that are
choices,
against.
right?
There are things in the Bible that go against the reality, which is why I don't believe in the Bible.
What reality you mean? Like what?
Like here, let's test this out. I have a feeling, but what shape is the Earth?
It's round.
And if the Bible said it was flat, should I reject the Bible?
I will not reject the Bible.
If the
Why
Bible
should
said
I?
if the Bible said that the Earth was flat, would that be a true statement or a false statement on the part of the Bible? Wow, they have to think
That's
about
the
it. It's
truth.
crazy. It would be, wait, if the Bible
No,
said the
because
Earth was
you're
flat.
asking.
Wait. If the Bible said the Earth was wait. If the Bible said the Earth was flat, it would be true.
What?
If the Bible said that the Earth was flat, would that be a true statement on the part of the Bible or a false statement?
If God says that, if it's in the Bible, then if it's true, okay.
So I have all the evidence in the world that tells me that the Earth is a sphere, but if the
Okay,
Bible
what is
says
the
differently,
evidence? So what are the evidence? That's
Yeah.
the science you mean?
yeah,
You
the
believe in science rather than God?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%, yeah.
But the science is made up by human.
So is God. Now what?
The idea of human is just
Yeah,
only like the discovery of human.
and God is also made up by humans. Now what?
So what? It's because of that you don't believe in God. You don't like you just
Because
judge Christianity.
God was something that our ancestors made up when they didn't understand how the world worked. So I think we know better now. I think we should grow. I think we
So
should
you mean
just.
you want to
I
roll
think
yourself alone?
I think that as a species we ought to grow the fuck up and leave behind our imaginary friends and like shoot for the stars.
Actually, the one who is imagining here is you, because you
I'm not
are
imagining
thinking
anything.
you are above than God.
What?
Actually, you want yourself to decide everything in your life.
No, I don't decide everything in my life.
Why you are like thinking like above, against God? You know, like you are
Because
above from God.
Because Cassiopeia, I don't know how to make this more clear for you because maybe you just don't understand. I'm an atheist, so as an atheist, I don't think you're right, Cassiopeia. And as an atheist, I don't think your God is real. Like it's not.
Okay, then
You understand that, right?
okay, explain. I know, but then like I told you, you need God in your life. That's it. I was telling you.
Why do we?
But
That's
I
it.
don't.
You're
What do I need God for? What can God provide for me that's real that I can get from God that I don't already have?
Guidance.
I have guidance. I can go to therapy for guidance.
No, because
I have a
people.
I have a GPS. I have a GPS. Everything I'm going to learn about God is going to come. Cassiopeia. Everything I'm going to learn about God is going to come from people too. Fun fact.
No, because God created people.
No, he didn't, because he doesn't exist.
So you mean
it's the other way around? Humans created God in their image.
So you mean your thinking is you are really better than God. You are like you are rebellious to God.
100% I am better than God because I'm anti-slavery. God is okay with slavery. I'm not a misogynist. God is a misogynist. I would never put an innocent woman to death. God would put innocent women to death according to the Bible.
I just feel that you are also a bisexual or a gay or like something like that. I can see, like I can.
Listen,
picture.
I might like getting pegged a bit, but only by like a woman partner. But it's
Yeah, so
weird.
that's
But I have to ask Cassiopeia, why is it that you Christians are so obsessed with who I'm fucking? I don't care who you're fucking. Why are you asking about my sex life? It's weird.
because the Bible says that bisexual homosexuality is a sin. That's
Who
why.
gives a
Yes.
fuck?
That's why you're against the Bible.
Fun fact, Cassiopeia.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't.
against the Bible because it's a
Fun
sin.
fact, Cassiopeia. I don't give a shit what the Bible thinks because I don't think the Bible's true. You need to give me a
Why?
reason.
If you don't
You
give
need
a shit,
you need
then
to
why
give
you
me
read
a
the
you
Bible
need to
when
give me a
don't
reason. You need to give me you're not by the way, I can't hear you while I'm talking, so you talking over me not going to work. So you need to give me a reason for why I should give a shit about what the Bible says.
give me a give a shit. No, you should rely on the Bible because the Bible tells about God. It's a commandment of God.
I don't
Because
prove
God
that,
is our manual in life.
prove that the Bible is a commandment from God.
The Bible says good, like commanded that you will do good things. You will do
Prove it.
only good things, not
No,
sin.
Cassiopeia.
That's why you want to do sin.
Cassiopeia,
That's why you're against the
Cassiopeia,
Bible.
you're not listening. You're not listening. I know what the Bible says. The Bible is making a
That is what the
claim.
Bible says, but
Cassiopeia,
it's against
hush,
you.
hush, hush. I know what the Bible
It's against
says.
you.
I will just mute you if I can't ask my question. I will just mute you. Don't make me mute you.
Okay, I have no problem.
I know what the Bible says. My question is,
Really?
what is the evidence that what the Bible says is true?
The evidence is you as a human. The evidence is that everything, the words in the Bible is true.
No, it's not.
But you are the one who is.
I can prove to you. I can prove to you that the words of the Bible aren't true.
Yeah, because that's the way that's the way you are. You're an atheist, right? You don't believe.
Wait. Are you interested in hearing the evidence, or are you just going to keep preaching at me? Because if I wanted to listen to preaching,
Because I will preach to you because you need God in your life.
Fun fact, no one gives a shit about your preaching. If I wanted to listen to preaching, I would go to church on Sunday. So I'm only interested in evidence and facts. Are you interested in listening to the evidence and facts, or are you just here to preach?
Faith in God. You want to see is to believe rather than to believe.
Are you just here to preach? Yes or
yes,
no?
Because you need God in your life.
Goodbye,
then fuck off. If I wanted to listen to preaching, I'd go to church.
We don't care about preaching. We want to know why you think your God is real. We don't want your preaching. We can demonstrate that the Bible is just not true. Your preaching doesn't mean a damn thing to us.
Yeah. Oh, Shonuff says she is scared to hear it. Facts. Cassiopeia. Fun fact about Cassiopeia is that when the thing that made me into that started me on my journey to become an atheist was the Cassiopeia star system. Because there a V762 Cass in the Cassiopeia system is a star that we can see 16,000 light years away, and we can see it with the naked eye, which proved to me that the Earth wasn't 6,000 years old. That the universe wasn't 6,000 years old. So like Cassiopeia is one of the reasons I ended up becoming an atheist eventually. Fun fact. Man alive. Okay, we got some super chats, and then we'll bring up MK Busy. Let's see.
At Bacon and Bush with the $10. Matthew 7:2 would suggest that telling people they're going to hell is at least inadvisable. At least that's how I read it. So
Matthew chapter 7 is only warning you against judging in hypocrisy. So like, for example, let's say you're a Christian who's fornicating, and then you go around and telling people they shouldn't be getting blowies behind the bleachers. That would be what Jesus is preaching against. Otherwise, he says in like the Gospel of John that if you judge, you ought to judge with a just judgment. So it's only against hypocritical judgment that the gospel really preaches against.
And at Calasia with the $5 pronoun fail.
That's always like, listen, guys, the pronoun question never fails, but the people do fail the pronoun question. And like everything I need to know about how the conversation is going to go, I learn in that second question. And
at Death HP with the $2. Thank you for your donation. No, thank you for your donation. Much appreciated.
And one last super chat before we move on to the next guest.
At Porcelina with the $5. Thank you for the entertainment while I work a long day. I love you. Okay, bye. Hashtag gaping for Peggy.
Absolutely. And Peggy is so gaping, is going to gape you with her holy girthiness. Have a wonderful day at work, Porcelina. Enjoy the live. All right. We got here MK Busy. I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
You can hear me?
Yeah, was that a yes? Yeah, I can hear you. Are you at least 18?
Yeah, I'm 21.
And what pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
And are you a Christian?
Yes, I am.
All right. Why should I be a Christian, MK Busy?
What can I ask you a question?
First you can ask a question after you answer my question.
Okay. You should be a Christian because I believe that, well, there is a God out there, which is facts, and that you can talk to God. God can reply back. You can hear him, and it will help you through life.
You know what they say about praying to God. When you talk to God, that's called prayer. When God talks to you, that's called psychosis. So what's your question to me? And I don't think anything that you just said was true, but what was your question to me?
I would like to ask you why you don't believe in God.
I've never been given a good reason to think that God is real.
Do you believe there's something out there?
Something? There are tons of things out there. There's a tree outside right now.
I'm talking about God.
I don't think there's any. No, I don't think there's any gods out there. I've never been given a good reason.
Well, I'd like to ask as well, do you believe that every creation has a creator?
Yeah, but I don't think the universe is a creation.
So you think you don't think anyone made the stars?
Nope. They just formed naturally.
Naturally. So then how did they form?
Gravity. Gravity pulls like the lesser elements like helium together, and then it gets faster and faster because of centrifugal force, and then it undergoes what's called nuclear fusion, and that's how stars are made.
And if they fail to form enough mass, they become brown dwarf stars, which are not ignited. They're just essentially stars that never actually became stars because they just didn't get enough mass.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, who made that then?
Nobody. It's not a who, it's a what. What made gravity? I don't think anyone made gravity or anything made gravity. I think it probably always existed in one form or another.
So you believe it came from nothing then?
No, I think it always existed, which is not the same thing as coming from nothing. I have no reason to think that the universe ever had a starting point or that it came from anywhere. As far as I can tell, nature in one form or another has always existed. It just changes.
Well, I mean, from my understanding and kind of your understanding, that all creation has a creator. It started off from something.
But the universe isn't a creation as far as I can tell. Prove that the universe is a creation.
What about the way you think? Like, how do you think that you're able to?
How do I think?
About something and speak.
Firing synapses in my brain. That's how I think.
So, where do you think that came from?
Evolution.
An illusion. So, where do you think that came from?
Abiogenesis. No, I don't have. MK, let me just save you the time. I don't think there's a beginning. Okay. I've never been given a good reason to think that there is a beginning.
Okay, I would like to also say that.
Here, provide us evidence that the universe had a beginning.
Okay, so I would like to believe that we are surrounded by space, time, and matter. Would you agree with me?
Okay. Yep.
Do you believe that time was created, or do you think it's always there?
No.
No, it's always there.
So it's there.
Time,
so do you think it's
by definition, time has to already exist. The reason being is because creation is a temporal event. In order to create something, you need time because it requires a before and after state. And if you don't have time, well, you can't create anything.
Okay. So something has to be outside of time to create time, right?
Nope.
No.
Anything that's outside of time just doesn't exist.
Also, again, MK,
So
listen,
creation
MK,
comes with time.
MK, MK, knock it off with the script. Listen to what I'm telling you.
Sorry?
I don't
Wait, say that again?
think.
You kinda like-
I said, knock it off with your script and listen and respond to what's
Okay.
being said to you instead of reading your script off to us. I don't have any good reason to think that space, time, or matter came into existence. As far as I can tell, they've always existed. Give me some reason to believe that space, time, or matter came into existence.
All right, so I will tell you from my knowledge and from what I believe. Then you can say afterwards how you agree with that or disagree with that. Okay.
If you say anything about creation needs creator, I'm going to lose my shit.
This is from my. I'm talking about from what I believe in. You don't have to agree. You don't agree with me. You don't have to
I don't
agree.
care about. I don't
I'm
care
just
about what
saying
you.
it for me.
I don't care what you believe in. Give me evidence for your belief that the universe has a beginning.
Yeah. So, I believe that the universe has a beginning.
Because
obviously.
Because
there's something that has to be outside of time, space,
Something
and
can't
matter
create
to
something if
create
it's
it.
outside of time. If something's outside of time,
Wait,
MK, it can't create anything.
Relax. I'm telling you from.
No, shut
You're
up.
wrong.
Listen. I asked you, provide me evidence that the universe has a beginning, and your answer was, well, something has to exist outside of time in order for time to start. I don't fucking think time has a start. Provide evidence for that.
I know you don't. I'm saying it from me. Let me finish, and then after
I will not let you continue on your script. Provide me evidence that space, time, or matter has a beginning.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. But
wait, MK.
You're gonna go on.
Wait a second, MK. Do you believe that time has an end?
I believe that. Yeah.
You believe that time has an end. When is it gonna end?
So, for me, I believe that if it ends,
I'm asking you I'm asking you when it ends.
Yeah,
you believe that there's an end, so when does it end?
It ends when God wants it to end.
You truly believe there's an end to time. Where's the evidence that there will be an end?
That's not even a Christian position. The Bible doesn't even say that.
If you let me speak, then you will hear where I'm coming from. But you're not making me. Every time I'm speaking, you cut me off. Be like, nah, I don't believe that.
Because you don't have any evidence for it. There's no evidence to suggest that there's going to be an end to time. There's no. I've let you speak. I let you speak. I let you speak. Yeah. So there's no evidence to suggest that there will be an end to time. There's no evidence to suggest that there was a beginning to time. You are literally just speaking out of your ass. So when we're asking you for evidence, can you please just provide it to us?
Okay.
We don't care about what you think or feel.
I know that. Okay. This is not what I think or feel.
It is what you think or feel. No, it's not what you know because you don't have any evidence for it. So
let me
then give us with evidence. If your next sentence starts with I think or I feel or I know, but you don't provide any evidence, then we don't care about what you have to say. So provide us with the evidence.
Then I'm going to give you the evidence after I finish.
No
speaking.
claims. No.
I know that there's a golf ball circling Jupiter. I don't have any evidence, but I know that it's there.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm saying that I'm going to tell you and I'm going to show you the evidence. If you don't make me finish, how am I going to show you the evidence?
Okay. Provide the evidence that the universe has a beginning.
Okay. Can you guys be patient now? So I can speak.
No,
because I let you guys speak.
To be quite
after
frank,
I'm going to show you the evidence. Okay?
To be quite frank, MK, you have wasted everybody's time here. All you have to do is say, you don't need to go on some long, drawn-out lecture. I already went through multiple lectures this week because it is finals week for me. So to be frank, I don't care about your lectures. That being said, if you can say, my evidence for time beginning is, give us your evidence, then we're interested in your evidence. But we really do not care about your opinions. We don't care about your feelings. We don't care about what you think you know or what you claim to know. We care about what evidence you have supporting the claim, because we already have a claim here. Your claim is that time had a beginning and that time had an end. It is going to have an end. Now give us the evidence. We don't care about what you think or feel.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'll give you the evidence. My evidence is that I am able to think, see, speak, and I'm able to know stuff, and I have a
That's my
That's
same
not
evidence for the
evidence.
universe not.
I am
That's
able to.
that's
It's
my
evidence.
evidence for the
Okay,
universe
wait.
not
I'm
having a
telling you
beginning.
that. I'm
Okay,
telling.
wait a minute. Okay. Let me write this down. Okay, let me write this down. Okay. Let me get
How can
we're
I tell you
gonna
the evidence?
one second. Wait. We're gonna write this down so that we don't miss a beat on what you're saying, okay? Let's see. Pulling out my doc right now. So let's see. The first point in your argument for the universe having a beginning, we'll call it premise 1, is I think, what was that?
Quite literally everything I said not to say.
Yeah. So what was your first? Yeah. What was
That
the
means
first part?
that's
What was
like
the
me
first?
saying, tell
What
me
was
why I
the?
shouldn't be
Yeah.
atheist.
No.
I'm not gonna be an
MK. Listen. Here. Pay attention. Okay. What's the first part of your? What's the first part of your argument for the universe has a beginning? Your first point.
My first point of why the universe has a beginning is because I feel like there's something greater than the universe to create.
You feel like there's something greater
than the universe that
than the universe. All right,
provide
provide evidence for your feelings.
So I'm saying that because the universe is so great and big, and that we're inside the universe, obviously, and that we have a conscious mind. Is this your first premise?
Okay, wait. Premise 2. Premise 2. We have a conscious mind. I will end up asking you to demonstrate premise number 1 is true. So premise number 2 is we have a conscious mind. All right.
By the way, I consciously picked up a pipette and could perform Miller and Urey's experiments, which demonstrate abiogenesis. So could I say that I feel that life spontaneously formed without the need for a god?
I mean,
yeah, you see the problem here is you actually have to provide evidence for your claim. So like I feel like I was talking into the void.
You have a pipette and what?
You know, sir, the funny part is that I feel like I'm talking into the void when I said I don't care about what you feel, think, or think you know. I care about the evidence. And then you literally said and justified your claims by saying, I justify it with the fact that I think, feel, and know.
Yeah, MK,
was I just talking into the void?
Yeah, MK, you said you feel that there's something. You feel that there's a beginning. Well, what's your evidence for that?
So what you're basically telling me, is show me that 3 + 3 = 3.
No, that's not what we're asking.
We're not.
That's what you're saying. You're basically telling me.
MK. Hush up, bud. Real quick, while I'm writing this down. We have consciousness. Okay, here. Let me pull it up on the screen. That way, you know, there's no mistaking what's happening here. Is no more crying. Also, it's no more crying. It's forbidden now. All right.
I'm sorry.
Let's see. There we go. Hopefully that is big enough for everyone to see. All right. So premise number 1, I feel like there is something bigger than the universe. Premise number 2, we have consciousness. Do you have a third premise, or are you going to go to the conclusion?
There's something bigger than the universe. We have consciousness, and
I've been asked graciously I've been graciously asked by Lade that every time the caller goes off topic to shake my keys to get him to come back to us.
Yeah.
You can slap in
So is there a third premise? Is there a third premise, or are we going to the conclusion now?
But we have time.
We have time. We have time, which I feel like we're running out of at this point. Any more premises?
No, that's it. You can stick in those 3.
Conclusion is, what's the conclusion of all this?
That there's God.
There is a God. All right. So, premise number 1, I feel like there is something bigger than the universe. Okay, provide evidence that that's true.
So, you believe, or we believe, that every creation has a creator, because there can't be creation without a creator.
Sure, but I don't have any good reason to think that the universe is a creation.
That's what I'm saying. So
provide evidence. Provide evidence that there is something bigger than the universe. As far as I know, all that exists is the universe, and there is nothing bigger than it.
Because the universe can't be there from
it
nothing.
Is there.
Because then
I don't. Luckily, MK, neither me nor Johnny nor Snitch believe that the universe came from nothing. I think it's always existed. So luckily, that's irrelevant to this conversation. So why should I feel like there is something bigger than the universe?
I'm saying because we all have consciousness and we're all able to think.
Why? How does consciousness lead me to believe that there is something bigger than the universe?
Let me speak, and then you will understand what I'm saying. Okay?
MK, you're off topic again.
And then after you keep saying, but what about this? It's like, bro,
here, this is better. I got
here.
this. One second.
As far as the consciousness goes,
Mr. Madison, what you just said.
It makes no sense, man.
Wait 1 second.
This is great.
MK, wait a minute. This perfectly describes this conversation. Here we go.
Mr. Madison, what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Amen.
Okay, a simple.
And that's all I have to say about that.
He left. I never got a chance to jingle my keys. I'll do it anyways.
Oh, he didn't left. I kicked him because he's wasting our time.
Okay.
Fantastic. God damn. That's the worst syllogism I've ever been presented with. Luckily, also, I now have online notepad, so I will be using that in the future. So there's that. Anyways, let's see. Bruh, bring up dark matter. I'm trying to help you. What? You're talking to me? That's why this is a rage bait chat. Bible guide knows nothing. What? Bible guy knows nothing. Dude, I know a shit ton more in the Bible than you ever will, bud. I think Dynamic Dan is just upset that, if he were to come up here, which he hasn't because they're lame as fuck, that they get absolutely shat on. Oh, and here we go. No degree required. I'm going to ask you the standard 3 preliminary questions I ask all my guests, and then we'll get to the conversation. Are you at least 18?
Yes.
And what pronouns do you go by?
He, him, and spanking atheists.
Well, 2 of those were a pronoun. And are you a Christian?
The other 2 were a lie.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Why should I be a Christian?
Well, I know you had a live like this a week or so ago, and my answer was, well, if you didn't want to go to hell, you should be a Christian. But I guess the question assumes that Christians think you should be a Christian. So,
nope.
I mean, okay, so, I guess the answer would still be the same.
So provide evidence that hell exists.
Okay, well, again, just like last time, the question isn't about the evidence. It's just why should I be a Christian?
You're so fucking boring. Oh my God. No degree requires argument for why I should be a Christian is if I want to avoid hell, then I should become a Christian. But no degree required. He's asked me this question a couple times now, and he's given fuck all evidence.
We didn't say give an argument.
He's given fuck all evidence that hell is even a real thing I should be avoiding. So it's completely irrelevant, your statement that I should be a Christian if I want to, if I said to you, you should become a Viking today, no degree, so that you can avoid freezing your ass off in Valhalla. That you wouldn't give a shit about that reasoning, would you?
Probably not, no.
Because you don't think Helheim is a real place, right?
I never heard of it before.
Right. And so you don't believe in Helheim as a result. I don't believe in hell. I don't think it's real. I think it's a fairy tale boogeyman that you guys have made up because you can't get people to convert otherwise. So it seems like that's not a good reason for why I should be a Christian.
Okay, so the question is, give me a good reason why should I be a Christian, not why should I be a Christian.
Wait, you just came up here with the idea, with the intention of giving me a bad reason?
I was just giving you you're asking a Christian why should I be a Christian? Well, the Christian's going to say
the reason you give me is either
right?
the reason you give me for why I should be a Christian is either going to be a good reason or a bad reason. Now, you asking, like, saying the same, oh, it has to be a good reason, would insinuate that you came up here with the intention of giving me a bad reason why I should be a Christian. Is that what your intention was? Or was your intention to give me a good reason?
Well, it's not a bad reason for me.
It's a bad reason for me. It's a bad reason for me because I don't fucking believe in hell. Jesus fucking Christ. So I don't know what's so
question.
I don't know why it is that no degree requires.
Give me a good reason
that he
I would think
turns
I should
his.
be a Christian.
No one can hear you talking while I'm talking. By the way, it's every single time this person comes up, they insist on giving us the type of argument that might be convincing to a 5-year-old, but to any one of us who don't believe in imaginary fairy tale lands like a burning hellscape, this is not a good argument. And I don't know. As a Christian, I would never have wasted my time coming up on an atheist live if I did not plan on actually giving them a good reason to believe the things that I believed. I wouldn't just go up on the atheist live and go, well, you should become a Christian because if you don't, you'll burn in hell. And don't ask me to give you evidence of hell existing. I wouldn't have done that shit because even when I was a Christian, I knew that that was very stupid, very brain dead, very bad look for Christians. So, no degree required. Are you willing to give us a reason to think that hell exists? Or is this the end of the conversation?
Yeah, I'll say it this way. The same reasons that you would have given as a Christian. Take those.
Because the Bible says so? I don't believe in the Bible.
Did you think that was a good reason?
At the time I did, but then
when you were a Christian,
then I developed this thing called critical thinking skills. And I realized that, holy shit, just because a book says something doesn't make it true. So it sounds to me like you're not willing to give me a good reason to think that hell exists. Is that what I'm?
That is correct.
All right. Well, then have fun being an idiot somewhere else. I will not entertain people. He lives up to his name. I'll tell you that.
He's so low tier.
I know. His arguments here. I was about to say he could try his arguments out on a bunch of preschoolers, but I don't want no degree anywhere near children. All right.
That was insane.
Yeah, it's not the first time I've had this conversation with them. The Mend says hell is eternal separation from God. No, because as far as I can tell, your God doesn't exist, and also hell doesn't exist. So hell isn't anything. So, anyways, we're gonna talk to Lucas now, and then I'll read some super chats. Lucas, I'm gonna ask you what's up. I'm gonna ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1: are you at least 18 years old?
Yes, sir.
Question number 2: what pronouns do you go by?
I'm a dude.
Dude's not a pronoun in the English language.
He, him.
All right.
There you go.
And are you a Christian?
Yeah, I'm a Catholic.
Shocker. Why should I be a Christian?
Well, us Christians, we believe that the whole faith is really built upon the resurrection of Christ, that he was raised from the dead on Easter Day.
All right.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard of the Shroud of Turin?
Oh, yeah. Although on this channel, we call it the Shroud of Tourism because it was fabricated for the explicit purpose of like making money. We have evidence from a Catholic clergy member who wrote to Pope Clement VII in this in the 14th century, telling the Pope that this was a forgery made by an artist in order to gain money.
Yep. I forget exactly the year. I think it was, what year was it? 13 what? I forget.
I feel like it's like 1328. I could be wrong. Let's take a look. Memorandum 1389.
89, yeah. Bishop Diarchus, Pierre Diarchus, wrote a letter to the Pope explaining that the shroud is a fake, that his predecessor, Henry de Poitiers, I think is how you would pronounce it, did investigation on the shroud and discovered that it was fake. He tracked down the artist who made it, and that this other church, I forget which church, I forget the name of it, I have it in my notes, this other church was using it for the purpose of avarice. They were just using it for greed. They were using it to profit off it, knowing that it wasn't real.
Yeah, it was the Diocese of Troyes, the dean of a certain collegiate church, cunningly painted upon by which the clever sleight of hand was depicted, the twofold image of one man. He goes on to talk about that this was done for the purpose of avarice, which is just a fancy way of saying greed for money. But yeah, we're very familiar with the Shroud of Turin here. We even know that
scientific research proves that it was, a shroud that came from literally the time of Jesus, around the time that he was crucified. Scientific research proves that.
No, the carbon dating of the Shroud of Turin places it in the 14th
What's
century.
even more
the same
amazing
time.
is that
Wasn't done talking, was I? So the carbon dating of the Shroud of Turin places it in the 14th century, the same time period wherein we get this letter again from a Catholic bishop telling the Pope that it was a forgery. Not only that, we even have experimental archaeologist Luigi Garglacelli, who is able to reproduce the image on the Shroud of Turin using only medieval methods.
And the type of weave the shroud uses wasn't available in first century Judea. It was very abundant in the 1300s, but it was not around during the first century Judea. It used to try a herringbone weave, which didn't exist. They didn't have the kind of tools needed to make that in the first century Judea.
Let me know if you want the DOI for the radiocarbon dating of the Shroud of Turin being from the 14th century, and I also have the study for the specific mitochondrial DNA haplotypes that are on there too.
They ran away.
Damn.
But you know what?
I mean, I knew he would.
Send me that anyways, Snitch. Because I love bringing up actual papers on this topic. Man, that was crazy. Not a forgery artwork. Forgery is a copy of an original. So no, it is an artwork. I would say it's a forgery in that it was forged. That's all that forgery means. It means something which is forged in order to deceive. And that's exactly what the Shroud of Turin was for.
And the shroud was clearly never even laid over a body. Like, if it was laid over someone's face, when you lay it flat, the image would be like, the facial features would be elongated because of how it was wrapped around somebody's face and their head. But the Shroud of Turin, the image when you lay it out flat, is just like it's literally just a painting of somebody's head, of somebody's body.
Yeah. Here we go. I'm going to read these super chats now.
From @DeathHP with the $5. Does Janus and Jambres entering heaven with talismans prove that there are more powerful gods in the Jewish tradition? Michael Gabriel back down fast. This is something.
This is something extra biblical for sure. There is no story about. You're good. There is nothing about Janus and Jambres entering into heaven in the Hebrew Bible. So this has got to be somewhere in the Talmud, or midrashic work. Probably midrash is what it sounds like. So you'll have to let me know where this is in reference to.
And an ad lost in FRP with the 110 Turkish lira. There is a tree outside. I have not heard any atheists use look at the trees argument, Dalton. You are the first.
Hey, he said there's something out there, and I said, yep, there's a tree out there. So is that technically the first atheist look at the trees argument? I feel like someone in the field of evolutionary biology could technically be like, what's the evidence of evolution? Look at the trees. and then go into detail.
literally look at the trees for like the evidence of evolution. Gosh, there's so many interesting things about plants that make them very indicative of evolution. In fact, we have examples of how mitochondria formed. Same thing goes for chloroplasts in plants.
Love that.
At Bacon and Bush with the $10. There's evidence for God. Conjecture and hearsay are types of evidence. I mean,
yeah, it's just not very good ones, is it? But yeah, you're right. It's a type of evidence. It's just not a type of good evidence, you know? Love that, though. Thank you for that so much. And then
at Scott Duke with the $9.99. Please tell me there is a Cooking with Scientificness stream out there somewhere.
Is there? Are you running your own streams?
I don't run my own streams right now just because I have finals, but I do sometimes run streams on race realism and vaccines, usually during the summer when I don't have as much things going on. Also, I DM'd you the 2 studies. I'm sorry. It kicked me off as soon as I tried to text it to you on my computer.
Fantastic. I cannot wait to, in fact, I'll just take a look at them right now. Yeah, I like to keep I have a little folder on my computer of all the important research papers that I pull up in these conversations, and one on the Shroud of Turin on its carbon dating would be fantastic. By the way, turns out I was actually 25 pounds lighter than I originally thought I was. So it means I have a lot less to get to my goal of 180. I'm currently sitting at 223.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's awesome news. I'm glad to hear that.
And I worked out today and yesterday, and I will do it tomorrow as well. I am bound to stick with it. What sounds like a really fun idea is I thought, I like to play Beat Saber after I do my workout. I thought it'd be fun if I get one. There's like this small treadmill that keeps getting advertised to me on TikTok. And I was thinking about buying that, and then I can walk the treadmill while I play Beat Saber.
If you get any treadmill, make sure you get the, there's a Urivo treadmill that I have, I believe, and I can look up the specific name of it. Walking treadmill. It is called, I believe it's called the CyberPad. Yes, I have the CyberPad. I highly recommend it. It's fantastic. And then you can also, I believe, like turn on the treadmill version of it. It's fantastic. Highly recommend.
Let's see. Cutting out white flour is a cheat. I'm slowly working on like I used to eat like a lot of Cheez-Its. That used to be my main thing in my diet, and I found out that it was like 150 calories per serving, and then I'm now eating these banana chips, and the entire thing is only 140 calories, and that's like 14 calories per serving, which is fantastic.
If you want a really good diet hack, I highly recommend Red Orkenbacker's or the Orkenbacker popcorn, the diet one. It's like 100 calories per bag, and it's this huge bag that you can just eat the whole thing of.
Lovely. Here, I'm just gonna fix this real quick.
Hey Dalton, thanks for having me. I gotta go. I'll see you later. Okay, you have a good one.
Hey, see you later, bud.
Bye. Have a good stream.
Will do. All right, everyone, make sure you tap that screen, share the live with those you love, with those you hate, with your friends, or with your enemies. Let's get the word out there. Lade says, what's the name of the treadmill name again? That's a question for you, Snitch.
I have the CyberPad from Urivo. It's a little bit more expensive, but I highly recommend it. It's the one that I got. It's incredible. I love it so much.
Yeah, cut out breads, crackers, etc. Whole grain, lean meat, good fats. I know. Which is good for me. I do love a good avocado, which is good fat from what I hear.
Yes, it is good fat, and I highly recommend walnuts too, just not saturated fat.
There we go. Let's see. So everyone, make sure you tap that screen. We're at 23,000 likes right now on TikTok. I'm sure we can get up to 30K, right, y'all? There's like 199 of you in here, and if all of you tap the screen right now. Just a few times. I'm sure we'll get to that 30K in no time at all. Bro, cardio. Yep, that's gonna be. I'm doing a lot of cardio now too. The the way I've been doing my exercising lately is I have this app on the Oculus called Fit XR, and it's like boxing and dodging and weaving and all kinds of stuff and jumping. My God, the jumping part. Julie X's Where's Cam? She's somewhere out there in cyberspace, I'm sure, or she's busy at work or with her daughter. Got the auto tapper going. That's what I'm talking about. Believe women. Love to see that. Duncan, you should do push-ups or burpees or curls or whatever every 5K. Listen, I say a lot of things on my live. I'm not willing to embarrass myself to that degree by doing push-ups on the live for you guys. That's one step too far for me. I will literally take my pants off on this live. I will not do burpees for you guys. Careful, Dalton. It's obvious the dog doesn't like you. I don't know about that. You like me? You love me. You love me. You both love me so much. Someone's obsessed. You love me. Oh, bless you. Oh, you want my love too. You want some pets. Okay. Gee whiz. Everyone wants a piece of Dalton right now. Say hi, baby. Say hi to the people. I have Velcro children, so I get it. Velcro children. It's funny. Okay, let's see. Fix that back up. Boop. There we go. All right. You should sacrifice a goat to the old gods. Works wonders. Well, it looks like there's no takers right now, so I think I might do a quick restart on TikTok, and then hopefully we'll get some more opposition in here. And so Snitch, you're more than welcome to join me back up if you want. So we'll see you all again in just a quick moment. Let's see. And then go live, because I'm quick with it. I remember there was a time when I was able to do pull-ups. I used to have one of those, those bars that hook up into your door frame, and I could do the pull-ups. In high school, I even got pretty close to getting some abs. And then I kept eating the same way that I ate in high school after high school, and no one told me about what would happen. The mend, I don't even remember what you were talking about 30 minutes ago. Snickers bars? I don't like Snickers. He's doing it. I never made a claim. Someone said I did, but I lost. I'm sure you did make a claim. As a Christian, you probably made a ton of claims that you weren't able to substantiate. Is it just me, or is TikTok having an epidemic of e-bike ads? Mine is my TikTok right now is an epidemic of knitted men's shirts. I didn't know. If you say so, bud. Whatever you say. No one told you life was gonna be this way. Didn't appreciate that. You love my singing. Mine is wrinkle creams. Love that. Everything, it tells you a lot about the person depending on what kind of ads they're getting a lot of on their FYP. Mine's men's fashion and tons of Lord of the Rings stuff. Mine is the splits machine. There's a split, like a machine that makes you do the splits. Oof.
That sounds painful.
Yeah, no, thank you. I'll do a hardcore pass.
I enjoy my bicep curls and my bench press because then when I go up to the barbells and I can ask like the jack guy for the 70-pound barbell and he looks at me like I'm crazy and then I start curling it for more reps than him and it's so fun.
There is this one product that got advertised to me recently, two of them that I really do want. One is a really like affordable $600 jacuzzi. I love a good jacuzzi. I know scriptures you don't, says Bible guy. You don't have to be a Christian. God doesn't need you. It's the other way around. Actually, no, it's actually is that way, because God needs all of us, because without human beings to believe in God, like God only exists in the minds of human beings. So God is a contingent being based on the minds of humans. If human beings weren't around, then there'd be no Yahweh. God literally does need me. Well, yeehaw, thank you for the cowboy hat. And the other thing I wanted to get was, oh yeah, there's like this cube thing that you put in your shower and you turn off all your lights and it like makes these crazy lights in your ceiling and stuff. I like showering in the dark with like some like nice like lighting for the shower. That's what I like. So, yeah. I got eye candy ads, vids of Dalton. LOL. God equals Tinkerbell confirmed. Yes. God is no more real than Tinkerbell.
At Chris RPG with the $2 says, would you do a stream with Ian? I think a good duo.
Yeah, of course I would. I love Ian. And in fact, I've been on their channel at least twice now as a guest, and me and Ian have co-hosted before on the Unapologetic Show. So Ian's great. And you can take that to the bank. No, God only needs the lazy humans. You are right, Gretchen. God is very much dependent on the existence of lazy humans. The Mind says, at Pokegurumi, the only thing you could refute is that the 3x1 herringbone cross weave tool wasn't documented, but documentation does not equal non-existence. Well, if I don't have any evidence of a 3x1 herringbone weave in the 1st century, then I'm not going to believe that the Shroud of Turin is authentic. Not only that, but literally the mounds of evidence against it. I just started listening to Dan McClellan's audiobook. Ooh, it's such a good book. Love it. Love it to bits. I'm glad I've listened to it all too. It's such a good book, especially if you're giving it to someone who's just now starting on their deconstruction journey. It's a good way to getting them into like understanding what biblical scholarship actually does say versus what Christianity has been teaching. Oh my God, they're holding on to any last scrap. Yeah, guys, that's all Christianity is today. Christian apologetics is they are holding on to the tiniest bit of scraps that they can to maintain their belief in the God. I love that he narrates it himself. I always love it when the author narrates their own book. How is Dan McClellan a Mormon? He seems so smart. He might just be a cultural Mormon. I don't know. But his scholarship is good. Hey. Hello. You just sleeping right there? Without any context for anyone who doesn't know, I have a dog in my lap. I'm not just talking to my groin right now. Like, oh, look at you. You're so cute. Oh, did you just wake up? Were you sleeping? Anyways.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Oh man. McClellan is an awesome scholar. I agree. Here, let me guys show you what I'm got over here down here in this giant hog. Oh, there we go. Say hi to the people. Anyways, tap the screen for anything. At least send some super chats telling Nini how much you love her. Mwah. Hi, puppy. What breed, Dalton? Shih Tzu, and she really is a little Shih Tzu. And she just she loved licking. Let's see. Where are all the Christians at? Oh, enough of them got embarrassed that the rest of them don't want to come up? Almost Drum says, oh God, this guy. I was about to say the same thing, bud. Such a little cuddle bug. I know. Oh my God, I love her so much. Mwah. That's my Nini. Nice comeback. I mean, listen, when you give me nothing, all I got to give back is nothing. Dog bless you. Dog bless us, everyone. We got a critical thinker here. You bet we do. Well, here, not there. I'm pointing at you, Almost Drums. Crusty white dog. Oh yeah. Crusty. What's that shit under your eye? Crusty white dog. We have another super chat here.
From at Chris RPG with the $2. I'm moving to San Antonio. Good place for an atheist.
I wouldn't know. The best place for an atheist in Texas is Austin, but San Antonio is a pretty big city, so it's probably blue. So better than being an atheist where I live, which is, where is it I live? I live in the lovely city of. Anyways, and you can quote me on that. Let's see. All right, we got a guest here. Guest whose name is some sort of symbol, so I'll just have to ask him first. What should we call you?
It's a beetle, so you can just say that.
Beetle. All right, Beetle. I'm gonna ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation at hand. Are you at least 18 years old?
Yeah, I'm 22.
And what pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
And are you a Christian?
Am I a Christian? Yeah.
All right. Why should I be a Christian?
Because like Christianity is the most aesthetic religion.
Aesthetic?
Yeah.
I don't care about aestheticism, so why should I be a Christian?
Well, like I don't really take God to be true. I just like the aesthetic of Christianity, and that's why I think more people should be Christian.
Well, I don't care about aestheticism, so why should I be a Christian? Why should I, the Bible guy, be a Christian? I'm the kind of person, I don't know about you, but I care about what's true, and I want to disbelieve as many not true things as possible. So why should I be a Christian?
I mean, like, why don't you believe in, like, why don't you take aesthetics as something to be valued in terms of, like,
because I care more about what is true.
Yeah, but everyone knows that religion is made up and stupid. That's why you choose to be part of a religion, because the aesthetic is cool.
Also, that's what I think about this call. Anyways, don't fucking call up if you're not a Christian. That's what I gotta say. What a dumb argument. I like Christianity because aesthetics. That's like really mean. Well, what you said was like really stupid. So I'm sorry, I got a really bad case of the I don't like stupid.
It's so aesthetic to like misogyny and slavery, apparently.
Yeah. Christianity single-handedly is like taking away like reproductive rights from women. And I don't care how aesthetic you think it is. It's not super aesthetic to take away people's rights. let's see. Buddhism has the best aesthetics. I would agree. So that proves Beetle wrong there. Buddhism is far more aesthetically pleasing than Christianity, and you don't even have to believe in any gods. Now, I ain't all about the Eightfold Path and letting go of things. This motherfucker don't let go of things all that easily. Was that Jaden Smith? Where? My last guess? Beetle? I don't think so. Juan, thank you for the follow. I would argue that that's more so due to the patriarchy than any other religion. Yeah, the patriarchy thing, the Christianity really sucks ass. Contradictory says, quote, return to Jim Crow sounds perfect. Hashtag that's a Christian. I mean, that is like what the Daily Wire is basically supposing that we should do, to return to Jim Crow laws, because of fucking course they do think that.
At Game Guy with the $5. If I upgrade my membership, will it get rid of ads? And your fur babies are adorable and deserve lots of treats and pets.
The way you get rid of ads is you have to subscribe to YouTube Premium, which I do personally. I am on YouTube Premium because, one, I don't like ads. Never have, never will. And secondly, I like to be able to download videos to watch offline later. And also, I can turn my phone screen off and the video still plays. So that's why I've always paid for YouTube Premium. They're not paying me to say that. I'm just saying it because I like it. Premium is worth it. I agree. Yeah. I would get rid of every other subscription before I got rid of YouTube Premium. How do you stream a TikTok live to YouTube? So the way I do it, I can just show you, I guess. I'm on OBS. Anyways, I'm on OBS. Here's my screen. And on one side, you see the horizontal stream. And on the other side, you see the vertical stream, which is where you guys are. And I'm running OBS and TikTok Studio at the same time. Did you have to restart? I did have to restart, but it seems like it's not really working because no Christians want to come up and actually and give me reasons to believe in Christianity. And oh, here we go.
At a Viking chef with the 10 pounds, there is some strong foundations forming in this community, and if our lifetime if in our lifetime it doesn't happen, hundreds of years from now they will look back at this community and say, "Wow, wish I was there."
I believe that is true. I do believe that is true. Like, we're at a time in history where human beings, here, I'll let you go. Human beings are finally starting to grow up out of our primitive thinking. And we're starting to put aside our gods and we're shooting for science. And and we're at the stage that we're always living through history. I feel like the last fucking 6 years have been historical and not in a good way. But, yeah. Also, everyone check out Viking Chef on TikTok. They got lots of great videos that they're pumping out. And
at Resistance with the $20 Australian.
Good eye, mate.
Christians, outlaw child slaughter, aka abortion. Everyone else, okay, let's institute stricter gun control so that less children are alive at schools. Christians, but my gun rats.
But my gun rats. Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, it will never stop baffling me that Christians want to get, in a hissy fit whenever we start talking about abortion, and yet at the same time they will say to me straight in my face, "Oh, God telling the Israelites to kill the Amalekites, that's a-okay. Postborn babies, a-okay to kill. Preborn babies, not okay to kill, apparently." All right, S-Dog. I'm going to ask you 3 questions and then we'll get to the conversation. Are you at least 18 years old?
That's my bad. It was an accident.
Oh, you're good.
Huge fan. Thanks.
Well, thank you for your patronage. Much appreciated. Keep tapping that screen. Us humans are definitely asking the right questions today rather than just going along to get along. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I just realized my head is covering up the boop. There we go. Much better. New virus just dropped, kind of nervous. Yeah. The hantavirus.
Yeah, don't be nervous. So I've been speaking to a few of my friends who are virologists, and the new hantavirus, which is known as the Andes strain, can be passed from human to human. However, it's notoriously difficult as prior forms of the virus did not readily pass from human to human. Additionally, it should be mentioned that even though this virus is extremely lethal, that's a part of the reason why you shouldn't be as worried about it, because the more infectious a virus is, the less lethal it tends to be, because if the host dies off before the virus gets passed on, then the virus just kind of ends there. So the thing about the virus is, yes, it's dangerous, but it's also too dangerous to become C19 2.0. That being said, if you do feel symptoms of a respiratory virus and you know somebody who has been traveling, or you're in a very crowded city or area that is notorious for migrants and people to come in from other countries, particularly from Europe, like New York or California, and you're in an airport and you are around people who likely have traveled, it is very smart to bring some hand sanitizer with you, wear a mask, and just make sure to keep yourself cleanly. And if you do have any symptoms, just go to a hospital and tell them that you are experiencing symptoms of a respiratory virus and you're just worried about the whole thing with hantavirus going around.
As a introverted person, I'm not worried because I hardly ever interact with people. So, good on me. But yeah, hantavirus, very difficult to contract because you gotta be in close proximity. And they're all on a boat. So don't worry, y'all. Just keep living your lives and be safe. Be like the boss guy, Mr. Humberflu from The Cat in the Hat. Just be that guy. I'm going on a plane in a month. Oh, that sounds like fun.
Just mask up.
Mask up. Yep.
Mask up. Bring some hand sanitizer. That's what I always did especially when C19 was going around, because I was very afraid of long COVID, especially because I have HEDS and my joints get inflamed very easily. So I try my best to always stay healthy. So really just make sure that you're clean and you shouldn't have anything to worry about.
Here's my mask. It's kind of hard with the green screen, but you can kind of get the idea of what it is. It's like, nice little design. It's really cool. I liked mine. Reusable, washable, but it had a really cool little floral design on it. Oh. Hello, baby. I wish I could let you up on my lap, but you're just too big. My big old sweet potato. Maybe I gotta start taking you on a walk so we can both lose weight, big girl. Let's see. Christians, come on up. Tell me, why should I or baby here become Christians? Because she's an atheist, and so am I. You love me. You love me. Yeah, you do. Look at that little tail wagging. And she wants me to pat her butt. All right. Fantastic. She loves her butt pats. One day, I hope to meet a woman just like you, baby. Anyway, let's see. Oh God. I guess we got no one else to talk to, so I guess we'll bring up low tier required. No degree. What the fuck do you want?
Are y'all still having problems getting Christians up here to answer this question?
Yeah, it seems like all of them just want to, wuss out and not give me any good answers. Like you.
Well, what if it's the case that they just think that they don't want to cast pearls before
I got another
swine?
guest. Bye. Anyways, Okay, so we got here Hagabuha. Hagabuha. I'm going to ask you 3 questions and then we'll get to the conversation. Are you at least 18 years old? Oh, what the fuck? What the actual fuck is wrong with you? What the actual fuck is wrong with you? Here, Hagabuha, I want you to type something in the comment section real quick. Just type something. Someone find Hagabuha and, you know, exterminate them. For just that. 100%. I'm behind it. That's crazy. I mean, listen, looking at Hagabua's ass was honestly more riveting than anything that No Degree Required had to say.
You know, it didn't load for me, so I'm just thankful I didn't have to see that.
Yeah. Well, they're sad and pathetic, and the next time I see them, I'm gonna put their name on a notepad. So, is that their? I will 100% block them next time I see them. Everyone, find Hagabua, and actually, I can just here, I'll look at them up right now, and I'll block them. Let's see. Let's see. What was their name? H-U-G? Okay, let's see. H-U-G-A-B-U-H-A. There they are. With only 378 followers. Have fun in TikTok hell, jackass. Also, I'm going to be reporting you. Reports. Report account. Inappropriate something else. Let's see. Nude and sexual content. Adult nudity. Submit. And block. So, anyways, now that that's over with, Thomas. Thomas, are you at least 18 years old?
Yeah. I'm above 30. And,
all right. And what pronouns do you go by?
He.
And are you a Christian?
Yes, I'm a Christian.
All right, Thomas, why should I be a Christian?
Because the prophets and the law point to the Christ.
Nah, they don't.
And
I mean,
so yeah.
They talk about a Messiah, but Jesus doesn't fulfill any prophecies.
The crucifixion, like Psalm 22.
Psalm 22 is not about Psalm 22 is not about a crucifixion.
It says the crucify me, and they divided my clothes. It is the same thing happened to Jesus.
Well, that's actually a mistranslation. It actually doesn't say they pierced my hands and my feet. It says that they are like a lion at my hands and my feet. And
okay, not piercing. Yeah, it says
and
they do
the superscript at the very top of Psalm 22 says it's a psalm for David, about King David.
Yeah, because it's the prophecy is a hidden thing. He write a psalm, it happened to him, but the crucifixion
that sounds like
is never happen.
Makes it sound like you're.
I think
makes it sound like a post hoc rationalization of a text that's not even prophetic in nature.
Yeah, okay, dividing his clothes also written.
Yeah, I don't think Jesus' clothes were actually divided amongst himself. I think that's made up. I don't think the Gospels are true. I think they're made up. I have good reason to believe that the Gospel authors were more than willing to just make shit up about Jesus.
Okay, what's your proof for saying the Gospel is corrupted?
Yeah. For example, like the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, and Luke, they tell us that Jesus was crucified on the Passover, but the Gospel of John changes it to where he's crucified the day before Passover. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, like during the Passover week, yeah, at least.
One gospel says that Jesus is crucified on the 15th of Nisan, which is Passover, at 9 in the morning. The Gospel of John, however, says that Jesus was crucified on the preparation day of the Passover in the evening.
Yeah, okay. Like in other gospel, like in the 50s of, you said 50s?
What?
50s of the month, you said like that?
On the 15th of Nisan, which is when the Passover is celebrated. That's what the Gospel of Matthew, Mark, and Luke tell us.
Okay.
Think of it like this.
Maybe like this.
If one gospel told me that Jesus... If one gospel told me that Jesus was crucified on Christmas morning at 9 a.m., and another gospel told me that Jesus was crucified on Christmas Eve in the afternoon, they can't both be true, right?
It can't, yeah. It mentioned like the day, yeah? The day.
Yeah.
In the other gospels. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I don't have answer for this, yeah. Okay, do you have another reason for this? I have to check.
What?
I have to check this information and ask another people because I don't have answer for this.
Yeah. But anyways, and for that reason, I have more than enough reason to think that the gospel authors are just more than willing to make things up about Jesus. So like when they say things like, they parted my garments. Well, the author of Matthew was aware of Psalm 22. And we know that he's more than willing to like make things up according to the Bible. Because like, for example, Mark has Jesus riding into Jerusalem on a donkey. And because the author of Matthew, misreading Zechariah 9, thinks that the Messiah is supposed to ride on 2 donkeys, he changes it from 1 donkey to 2 donkeys. So if Matthew's willing to make up a whole donkey for Jesus to ride on, I wouldn't be surprised if he's willing to make up Jesus' garments being parted.
Yeah, okay. But Matthew never been like only in Matthew it is written to 2 donkey.
Yep. Mark says that Jesus rode in on a donkey, singular, and then Matthew changes it to 2 donkeys, and then he quotes Zechariah chapter 9, which includes what's called Hebrew parallelism. So the original Hebrew says that the Messiah, who is a king, which Jesus wasn't a king, but that he would ride in on a colt, on a donkey, on the colt, a foal of a donkey, and he misread this as meaning that there's 2 donkeys. So he made Jesus ride 2 donkeys.
Okay. Yeah, I have to check as well. Like, do you have another one? Okay, another like the last maybe. I don't know.
I'll give you only one more. I'll give you only one more because it looks like this is going to be another one of those. I'll have to go check things. According to the Gospels of Matthew and Luke, they give us 2 completely different birth narratives for Jesus. Yeah, thank you for the cowboy hat. One birth narrative places Jesus' birth during the reign of King Herod the Great, right?
Yeah.
And when did Herod die?
Herod is like a title, I think.
No, it's the name of a person.
Like a title,
Herod the Great.
The Great. Okay, the Great. Okay. I don't know. I don't know the time.
Herod died in 4 BCE. And then the Gospel of Luke tells us that Jesus was born when Quirinius was the governor of Syria. But the problem is that Quirinius wasn't the governor of Syria until 10 years after Herod was already dead.
Okay. So Mark is missing here. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we're just talking about Matthew and Luke here.
Okay, Matthew and Luke. Okay.
Believe Women says not to be confused with Herod the Usual. Love that.
Okay. Well, okay. The other Mark didn't say anything
about the birth of Jesus. No.
Okay.
So why should I be a Christian?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This is like I discussed before with you, like the prophecies. Okay, this prophecy may be like the resurrection, maybe because like what Jewish, like they buried his cross, and like the Constantine
Wait,
has
I didn't. I'm not understanding anything you're saying. What are you talking about?
because like the Jewish what is buried his cross, like throw it, and the garbage is like dumped on.
We have no evidence that the Jewish people buried Jesus' cross. They wouldn't have buried. They wouldn't care to bury his cross. Like, first and foremost, Jewish people don't have rights to the cross that Jesus was crucified on. That's Roman property. The Romans would be the one who would preserve it. The Romans weren't Jewish. They didn't care about concepts about the Messiah, so they wouldn't bury like a cross that was used by some random criminal. And also, like, they reused crosses for multiple victims, because we don't waste good lumber like that. So like, even if there was a cross of Jesus somewhere out there, we would have no way of knowing that the cross belonged to Jesus.
Yeah, but like you know that, yeah, like after 50 days of his resurrection, the Holy Spirit came and they start preaching like boldly.
I think that's
people, like his followers.
That's a myth. I don't think that happened.
Yeah, because like Paul is like a convert. He's a convert during that
Okay,
time.
here, let me help you. The Gospels and the Acts of the Apostles, I think they're all myth.
Okay, who wrote that according to you? I don't know.
We don't know who wrote any of those books.
Dismiss everything.
We don't know who wrote those books. They're anonymous. The only books of the Bible that we have any identification on authorship are 7 of the 66 books of the Protestant Bible were written by Paul, and 1 was written by John. So out of all the books of the Bible, only 8 of them do we have any identification of who wrote them.
Yeah. The Old Testament, we don't touch them. Like it is confirmed until Jesus' period. It is known. Yeah, but like the New Testament is 27. Like more than 40 of them is like Paul.
Well, out of 13 of them are Paul, and out of those 13, only 7 of them are definitely from Paul, and scholars don't believe that the other books are actually from Paul.
I'm gonna bounce around a bit. Let me know if there's any science stuff that I need to help out with.
Thank you, Snitch.
Yeah.
So Thomas, do you got anything for us here, bud?
Yeah, if I share my belief, because I think because you don't believe in anything, so it is difficult.
I believe in tons of things, just not in supernatural things.
Yeah, okay. Who is Jesus, and why they follow him according to you? Like is it actual guy?
He was a Jewish guy who did exist, as far as I know, and took a huge L from the Romans.
He's crucified, according to.
Yeah.
Do you believe he's crucified?
Yeah, that's pretty like a mundane claim. Thousands of Jewish men were crucified in the first century. There was probably a guy named Yeshua, Jesus, who got crucified.
Yeah. So why Jesus' like crucifixion is it matters so much for his followers?
Jewish men got crucified for breaking. Jewish men got crucified for breaking the law, Roman law. That's why Jesus was crucified.
But it didn't say to be a Roman villain, you have to steal, or like the two thieves.
Nope, you have to. I mean,
oppose.
if you claim to be a king, that would be considered insurrection, and thus the death penalty. Jesus was claiming to be the Messiah. The Messiah is a king, and thus that's probably what got his ass killed. That's why he got him got.
Yeah, but you're right. This makes him enemy. That's why they killed 40,000 children, yeah, in the first place.
No, 42. Wait,
when the Magis came,
wait. What are you talking about? 40,000 kids.
Like when the Magi came and we want to worship.
That never happened.
Yeah.
That never happened. Herod didn't kill a bunch of babies in Bethlehem. We have no evidence of that.
Okay. Okay. You need outside of Judaism, they are the scholars at that time, right?
Yeah, Josephus is a historian who lived in that time, and he never writes about Herod killing a bunch of babies in Bethlehem. And trust me, he had lots of nasty things to say about Herod.
Yeah, but he probably missed it. I don't know.
He missed it. Well, how convenient. Anyways,
yeah, I don't know.
It seems like this conversation, you're kind of meandering a bit through this conversation.
Yeah, okay. Because you say you disqualified it, so I don't know where to go. So that's a problem. Okay. So I can't base on Bible. You need outside source, I think, to back my claim, I think.
Yep.
So yeah. Maybe okay. Maybe God will reveal for us. Yeah, that's my final, I think.
Or maybe not. I mean, he's had all this time. He still hasn't done it.
Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe from now. Maybe. But if you seek truth, maybe he will find you.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will see. Okay. Thank you.
Anyways, man, felt like I was dying a little inside. Boy, oh boy. All right. Let's see.
At Cliff Jamin with the $4.99. A super Christian friend posted a link about anti-NASA conspiracy bullshit. One said NASA was a Hebrew word need to beguile or deceive. Thoughts?
Oh, I do have thoughts on this. I have a lot of thoughts on this. And it's because your friend can't read. That's why. So, if you open up a lexicon like the Strong's Concordance or the BDAG or anything like that, here, I'll show you exactly what it looks like. We have debunked this before on this channel, but I'll do it again right here, right now. Here, let me pull up my drawing pad. Yes. Let's see. All right, there we go. Why is it not showing up? That's the question right now. Maybe later. Let's try that again. For some reason, it didn't want to show up. There it is. Oh, there it is. It's hiding in the background. Gotta fix it. Well, fuck me. Here, make this bigger and then bring it up to the front. That's what she said. Something tells me I made this way too. And someone messaged me. And a part of me hopes it's who I think it is. It wasn't. It was Reddit. So fuck me. Give me a second while I fix this for you guys. There we go. Okay, fantastic. Now that that mess is all fixed up. There we go. Fantastic. All right. Why this is that NASA doesn't mean to deceive in Hebrew. So if you open up like a lexicon, what you'll find is it'll say that the word which means to deceive is spelled N-A-S-A. But what your friend refused to realize is that there are also diacritic marks that accompany the letters NASA on this lexicon, and those diacritic marks look like this. The one that looks like a upside down V over the S, that diacritic mark is called a Karen, K-A-O-R-A-N, K-O-R-A-N, K-A-R-O-N. There you go, a Karen, and it indicates to you that this S is supposed to be pronounced as an SH. And then on top of that, these diacritic marks above the A tell you that this is meant to be a long A and not a short A. So it's not na. This wouldn't be na, it's na. Na sha. Nasha. So the word nasha would mean to deceive or beguile. But there is no Hebrew word NASA. There is another Hebrew word like nasha, which is just the Hebrew word nasa, and nasa means to go up, which is more fitting for NASA. But again, it's not NASA, it's nasa because of that long A sound. So no, the Hebrew language, there is no word NASA. There is nasa and nasha. One means to lift up, one means to beguile, but neither one of them have anything to do with the corporation called NASA, which is an acronym for Nautical Aero something Space Agency. So there you go. It was just bullshit. It was bullshit all along. Who'd have thought? And then
we have here at Gretchen Z with the $3.11 for no particular reason. Hey,
you know what? You don't need a reason, and I appreciate you, Gretchen. So yeah, there's that. There was someone up here for a second, but then they disappeared. So whoever you were, you're more than welcome to come up. The little Hebrew lesson is over with. National Aeronautics and Space Administration.
Hello?
Yep. Oh, wait, looks like we got someone now. Over on the on the YouTube side. Hello there. Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, but you're kind of doubled up. Let me figure out why that is. Here, say something now.
Double rainbow all the way.
All right. That's all fixed up. All right. Hello, guest. What is your name?
Fro.
Fro. Okay, Fro.
Yes,
I'm gonna
F-R-O.
Okay, like Fro, but Frodo, but without the dough. Lovely.
I have never heard that joke before. Never in my entire life. It's so original.
So, Fro, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation.
Yes, sir.
Are you at least 18?
I'm 46, so I damn hope so.
And what pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
And are you a Christian?
Last time I checked.
All right, Fro, why should I be a Christian?
I don't know if you should, but I think a reason to become a Christian. I'm not saying that you should have this reason, but I'm saying it's my reason at least, is that I have personal testimony, and I'm also extremely afraid of hell.
Well, we probably recognize that personal testimony won't do much in the way of convincing other people unless you're already a believer. And I don't necessarily believe in hell. So do you have any reason why I should be convinced that Christianity is true?
Can I ask you a preliminary question?
Sure.
So I have heard you talk about like your past before, both on this channel and with deconstruction, and you kind of have a similar past as me. I have visited every single religion registered in Norway, and that is between 50 and 60 somewhere. And I think my main reason is when I became a Christian, it was because of the tag argument.
Ooh.
The transcendental. Yes, I know. I heard that you don't like the tag argument. And relax, I'm not the Phil bro.
I was about to say that the tag argument is one of the worst arguments for God.
Right. Like I said, I'm not the Phil bro, so I'm not going to even try to move into the tag argument. But for me, it was like the final puzzle piece, kind of, that morality can't come from ourselves, but it has to be an outside source.
Why? That doesn't make any sense. Because I have a moral system that comes from me. So it can come from us.
That's where you and me disagree, I think.
Wait. Are you saying that I don't have a moral system? Because I do.
No, I'm saying that your moral system, even though you don't think it does, comes from God.
Oh, it definitely doesn't, because my moral system disagrees with God.
I'm not sure it does.
Like, I would never allow an innocent woman to be killed for something she didn't do. So that's my moral system, but the Bible does allow for innocent women to be put to death.
Sure. No, I tend to, I can see that point, and that is a valid argument. And I think I mostly agree that a lot of shitty things have been done in the name of God through the Bible. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, slavery was amazing, or it was really good that they killed all those wives that didn't menstruate. I'm not saying that, but there are some morals that you follow in your day-to-day life that I would say comes from a grounding in the Bible.
Like?
I mean, you seem to be a nice person that's nice to other people. I think Jesus said something about that.
Well, he also said, love your enemies, and I don't love my enemies.
I think you do.
I don't. I hate their guts. I think my enemies should, like, you know, go jump off a bridge or something. Like, ICE agents are my enemies. I think they should all go jump off a bridge.
Okay, but do you look at maybe this will get me through my question. Do you look at every other Christians as your enemy then?
Not every Christian, no.
But
progressive Christians are quite nice, except for, I mean, they might believe in shit without good evidence, but at least they, you know, they're pro LGBT. For example, they give money to charities, which was all very nice. But you know, conservative Christians are assholes. Oh, 1 second.
he's talking to the Pope.
There we go. Anyways, what's the next thing of
You
morality you think I get
unmuting
from?
would be nice?
Yeah. What morality do I get from the Bible? I haven't found any yet.
Okay, so I still think that you, even though you say you hate people,
I do.
So if I put you in a room with 10 people that you hate and a gun with 10 bullets, would you have shoot them if you got away with it?
Who are they? How much do I hate them?
People that you despise. Let's say Donald Trump and his Goonies.
Probably not. Don't hate him enough for that. If it was like if you put me in a room with Hitler, though, oh yeah, 100% pulling that trigger.
Oh yeah, no, I would have killed Hitler as well.
Yeah, because you know I don't show, but I wouldn't love them.
Right.
Even one bit. There are tons of people that I would be more than willing to pull the trigger on, but we should probably avoid that kind of conversation because TikTok terms of service.
Oh,
so,
sorry. I
yeah.
apologize deeply.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it. Sorry. But yeah, no, I think that you have some things in you that is inherently. I personally think that some atheists have better morals than
That's
some
because
Christians.
That's because Christians ground their morality in what does God say, and most atheists ground their morality in like fairness and well-being, which is which is why our morals are superior to that of the morals that people get from the Bible.
Okay, I'm going to ask you maybe a question that sounds silly, but I mean it in a genuine way. Do you hate God if he existed?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, like it's like asking if you would you hate Voldemort if they existed? I mean, sure. They're like they're like you know a god who's okay with slavery and putting innocent women to death. Yeah, that would be a pretty nasty god.
Do you think that if that God was your creator and that God had made you in his image and all that goes on earth is a huge, I don't know what I would call it, a huge circus or whatever, would you think that he can decide since he created us?
I mean, he's got the biggest stick, so he gets to make the rules. That's pretty much about as far as it goes. It wouldn't make him morally right. It would just mean that he's got the biggest stick and he can force us to do what he wants.
I think I agree to that.
So yeah, it's kind of like I would hope. A part of me kind of hopes I would have integrity and would be able to give him the finger. But there's also the part of me that's like has survival instincts, and would I try to bend the knee to this like sadistic son of a bitch? I don't know.
Do you know what? I don't think you would.
Maybe. Who knows? We might never find out if it turns out I'm right.
I said to a Christian friend of mine, not that friend, a long time ago, that sometimes I wish atheists were 110% correct because, like, especially with me going through this period of my life where I'm trying to like deconstruct and look at things, and that's one of the things why I love both you and Justin is because you don't put you don't allow Christians to put their bullshit out of there. Like if you asked me if I think slavery is incorrect, I would say yes. And then you can ask me, why do you support a God that does that then? And my answer is pretty easy. I don't understand everything that God does. That doesn't mean that I don't believe him, man.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with that. Yeah, but so why should I be a Christian?
Because I believe it's.
What?
I know.
Me?
No, this is an awful answer, but I just believe that it's the correct belief system.
Okay, why should I think it's the correct belief system?
Because if it isn't, you're in deep shit of trouble? Question mark?
I mean, but if Odin is real, then you're also in deep shit of trouble. And if it turns out that the God that you believe in is real, but Judaism is true, then you're still in a deep shit for worshiping a man.
Yeah. By the way, I'm saved by Odin. I'm Norwegian, so.
You gotta die. You gotta die. You gotta die in a really badass way if you want to go to Valhalla.
All Norwegian dies in a badass ways. That's how we die. But
Lovely.
yeah, but no, I understand. Yeah, no, Pascal's wager is an awful thing because, like someone told me yesterday, why are you not afraid of the Muslim hell? And I just think it's because I wasn't born in a system that had the Muslim God as their main god. I think I would be afraid of the Muslim hell if I was born in Saudi Arabia, probably. But I'm not. I'm born in Norway, so
Yeah. And
Christianity is closer.
I grew up Christian, but I deconstructed hell. So like I know how hell the concept evolved over time. So it's very obvious to me that it's just a human fabricated idea. So it doesn't have any power over me.
Do you mind showing me how it evolved from the text, since you're the Bible guy?
Yeah, in the Old Testament, they didn't believe in hell. They just thought, for the most part, they believed in Sheol, which was just the afterlife, like Hades, as you would understand it. Eventually, they got into this idea that they started to believe in the concept of justice and damnation in the afterlife, because Jewish people started to notice that, well, some people are dying and they're not getting justice, and some people are evil and they die and they don't get justice served to them. So they had to start coming up with ideas of the resurrection and also the good and bad sides of the afterlife in order to justify, well, if God is good and he's just and people don't get justice now, they must get justice later. If you want like a really more in-depth conversation on this, though, the book I would suggest for you would be Bart Ehrman's book, Heaven and Hell, A History of the Afterlife.
Let me write that down. Heaven and Hell, what? Sorry?
A History of the Afterlife by Bart Ehrman.
Bart Ehrman. Cool.
But anyways,
that
I
is
think
a good book.
Yeah, that's a good book. Anyways, I think we're gonna call it here because
sorry,
I've got food coming my way, being delivered, and I'm getting chicken nuggets, and I got this hot sauce that's like mango flavored, and I'm kind of obsessed with it. So I'm gonna be eating some of that.
I'm just going to end with this. I really hope I will come to where you are and deconstruct one day. It is
I believe in you.
for me to do it. But
I believe in you.
Try.
Absolutely.
Okay. Take care.
You too. Guys, one of the best parts about being an atheist now and not being Christian anymore, when I was Christian, I had to try to find some way of loving my enemies, and I don't have to do that shit anymore. Fuck them. That's why I say. Anyways, so that looks to be the end of our show for today. Let me see if I have any super chats to read. I don't. So that is, in fact, the end of our show. Who is live right now that I can send you bad boys and girls off to? Let's see.
I'm getting movie tickets.
Yo. Godless Engineer is live right now. So I'm going to send you all off to John's live. Tell Godless Engineer that the Bible guy sent you. And with that, I've been the Bible guy. remember to keep reading, keep learning, and we'll see you all again tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Well, actually, no, scratch that. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm going to start my show as soon as the Unapologetic show is about time to wrap up. So 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Born from dust and questioning fire, wielding truth like a sword of desire. Ancient scrolls and cosmic flame, he tears through myth, he breaks the chain. Echoes of prophets, the scars align, knowledge and thunder intertwine. Reason ascends where blind faith fell. He reads the word and he reads it well. The Bible guide, seeker of the light. Through time and fire he rides the night, with reason's blade and wisdom's cry. The world shall hear the Bible guide. Scrolls of ages, words aflame. He dares to question every name. From Eden's dawn to Calvary's sky, he breaks the chains of every lie. Logos, Logos, the word and the flame. Reason shall rise and truth has a name. The